Well, that was cheery.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I mean,
It's a peppy song.
it's a peppy little number, but if you listen to the words, that ain't very cheery.
Nope.
That's indicative of our times. Very indicative of the days we are living in.
Are they the latter days? Are we in the latter days yet? Has that happened?
No.
When did the latter days start?
I don't know. Long time from now. We have millennia to go.
I'll be long gone before the latter days.
Well, you'll be long gone before before the fascists run our country.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I would think.
I don't know.
It'll take a while. They're working on it. We may be saved, though, by a short man with a lot of money.
Really?
Michael Bloomberg.
You're putting all your hope into that basket?
No.
No.
I'm not.
Not really.
Although I think he may do some damage because he has the money to do it.
Good damage or bad damage?
I think maybe good damage.
My husband and I were actually talking about this last night, and if he takes that $30 million...
We're talking about Michael Bloomberg.
$30 million that he's bought in ads.
It's a little less than $30 million because he's been paying us. We're now
that's right.
We're now on his payroll.
If he uses some of that just for general messaging,
Well, that's
not specifically about him running for president.
so that's why I said that, because it was they said that this morning. He is going to put ads, and I don't know, it'll be about him running for president, but it'll be about the problems, not just in the states where, we don't ever get any of those political ads because nobody cares about Utah. He's going to put those ads in all the states. And that's a good way to get the message out.
So we're counting on a billionaire to do the right thing. The fascists are on their way.
And boy, we leapt right into the politics this morning, didn't we?
Oops.
We just didn't even take a second.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was that damn Rancid song.
Because...
on this day?
Because...
On this day.
Yeah.
Tim Armstrong of Rancid was born in 1965.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. Jeez.
Well, if you listen to that song, it doesn't have to be about politics. It could just be about your life being out of control. It doesn't have to be about politics.
I didn't.
So you kind of...
Well, I didn't focus on the lyrics. I just.
You let it wash over you?
I sort of let it wash over me, and I didn't read every lyric and listen to every lyric. You know who I was listening to over the weekend? Surprised me how much I keep thinking I should give Post Malone.
Sure.
I should really give Post Malone a chance because he's
a local.
He does so much. He does so well.
Mm-hmm.
And there must be and so I'm listening to his latest record called Hollywood Bleeding, and I'll be damned.
It's pleasant.
There are some really beautiful songs. Mm-hmm. Now it all sounds kind of the same to me, but I think I have to listen to it more to find the differences. But he did a thing. I just watched it this morning at the American Music Awards last night with him and forget the rapper's name. And
didn't he do something with Ozzy Osbourne?
And Ozzy Osbourne.
He's done something with he's done tons of collaborative.
So it was
collaborative.
Not Tim Travers, a name like that, a rapper, Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne. And the stage was totally engulfed in fire. I don't know exactly how they did it.
Well, Ozzy's the devil, Bill. That's how you do
Ozzy
that.
looked. He did well. He sang well, but he looked a little weird, waving his arms in the background like he was trying to be a. I don't know.
That's about the only movement he's capable of these days.
That's what I was thinking.
That's about all he's got left.
And they cut to Sharon in the audience, who it was hard to tell whether she was enjoying it or not because her face can't move.
Yeah.
It's frozen.
I'll agree with you about Post Malone. I just can't look at him.
Yeah.
I can't watch him.
It's hard to look at him.
Can't look at him.
The poor guy,
Don't say the poor guy. He did that to himself.
I know, but I said the poor
It
guy
wasn't
now
an
has
accident.
to live. The poor guy now has to live with it.
I think he's fine with that.
Well,
I think Post Malone is 100% comfortable being Post Malone.
At this point, yes. One of these days.
No, I get the impression he's going to be totally fine.
I met a guy the other day covered with tattoos on his face. He said, I'm so sorry I did this.
Well, he's not Post Malone, though.
Yeah. You remember our friend who used to be our friend, Marcus, the mayor of comedy, covered with tattoos, big sleeve tattoos. And I was talking to him about that. He said, I don't like them. I'm sorry I did them.
Well, what he said was when he went and auditioned for Saturday Night Live, that was an issue for them.
I think that was. I
Well,
don't think that was true. I think he wasn't good enough.
Because otherwise Pete Davidson, you can't explain that.
Well, but that was it was a long time ago.
I think it was just that he wasn't good enough. Anyway, we got to get the show started officially. It's a short week, so I'm not planning on putting in any effort these next 3 days. No, we should just have the whole week off.
This cruise?
A lot of people do. A lot of people use this as a big vacation.
We should have a Thanksgiving week.
Although we can't bill, we have our very important food drive coming up.
Oh, that's true.
On Wednesday.
That's true. So we'll have to put effort into that. So let's get the show started with your check-ins. You know, it's National Parfait Day.
Ooh. I did not know that.
It is a parfait consisting of layers of ice cream, whipped cream, and any combination of syrups and fruits. Yes, indeed, it's a sundae. They just call it a parfait when they put it in a fancy glass. So it's National It's an ice cream dessert. So check in with the Radio from Hell show. That lets us know you're out there. You're ready for us to do a show. 877-602-9696 is the number to call and check in. And because it's National Parfait Day, tell us what's your favorite ice cream dessert. Not just a bowl of ice cream. Something made with ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream dessert? A dessert that has ice cream in it. 877-602-9696. I for one, like a good... my grandmother used to call it icebox dessert, but she would take old cake, like there'd be leftover cake and be kind of stale. So she'd put a layer of old cake there, and then a layer of ice cream, and then another layer of old cake, and then a layer of ice cream, and then freeze it. Usually chocolate cake, and it was it ended up to be just delicious, vanilla ice cream and chocolate cake. But anyway, 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We'd like to know you're out there, and a random checker-inner will receive a Radio from Hell tote bag just for checking in. And now I feel as though I've worked way too hard already, and I'm going to be quiet and you check in.
All right. Let's see. Now we've got brooklinen.com. It's they're having a big event on their website, brooklinen.com. I got a situation at home.
Oh, no.
Ripley is officially a space hog.
Is she making sleep difficult?
She is making my sleep difficult because she loves the Brooklinen sheets apparently more than I do, or at least that's what she's saying, and keeps pushing me to the side of the bed.
Maybe you need to get her
you
her
do
own
know she's
tiny...
a dog, right?
Huh?
She's a dog.
And your point?
Okay.
All right.
Her own tiny Brooklinen bed.
That's maybe what I need to do. That's what I need to do. It's the holiday season, time to gift the ones that you love or yourself into something a little cozier. Brooklinen having their biggest sale yet this Black Friday through Cyber Monday. They have moved beyond the bedroom to offer essentials for your bathroom, like towels, shower curtains, and bath mats. They've launched an ultra-soft loungewear line. So if you like softness, comfort, essentials to help you relax, Brooklinen has it all. Brooklinen.com having their biggest sale ever, and it's happening right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Brooklinen's so confident in their product that all of their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get access to their biggest event ever and free shipping is to go to brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com before December 3rd. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life.
Radio.
All right, let's get it over with.
Yeah, what time is it?
It is 6:20.
Thank you. So, yes, it is National Parfait Day. Pretty sure a parfait is yogurt and not ice cream.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, pretty sure, says somebody who texted in.
Actually.
A parfait nerd? It's a parfait nerd.
That is not the case. I looked it up.
Often they are yogurt.
They can be yogurt.
Often they are yogurt.
But a traditional parfait is a fancy sundae. It is ice cream. And it's National Parfait Day. So take that. But if you want a yogurt parfait, you can.
You're not a true parfait fan, actually.
The person who texted that actually did say, I'm pretty sure.
It's my sign off today, but
Pretty sure that a parfait is yogurt. But anyway, check in with us at 877-602-9696. Because it is National Parfait Day, what is your favorite parfait? They're usually chocolate, but you could be creative. Or what's your favorite ice cream dessert? 877-602-9696. A random checker-inner will get a Radio from Hell tote bag. Let's begin the show.
the Downtown Farmers Market presents the Winter Market Saturdays from 10 to 2 at Rio Grande Depot, featuring fresh vegetables, grass-fed meats, dairy, honey, eggs, baked goods, and more. slcfarmersmarket.org.
The moon is, let's see, boy, it's just about gone. Essentially, it's a new moon. The 26th at 8:05 a.m. That's tomorrow. It will be a new moon. Full moon on December 11th. Today, the moon will set at 4:47 p.m. Today being, it's Monday. It's the 25th day of November in the year of our Lord 2019. And this is North America's favorite ice cream treat. Ooh. We are the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Pretty sure that's Kerry Jackson and Bill Allred and Sheila Barberi. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Katie is the producer. Katie, for short, is the producer of the show. And hi, Miriam. Hi. It's Miriam helping out today in all of her glory. So now we begin the show with your check-ins, 877-602-9696, your favorite ice cream treat.
All right, let's go to, we'll start with Janine.
Janine! Janine!
Good morning.
Good morning, Janine! Janine! Janine, happy National Parfait Day.
Well, thank you.
What is your favorite ice cream treat?
An affogato.
Never heard of that.
Affogato. Explain.
So it is a cup of vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso poured over it.
Oh, my.
That sounds delicious.
It's delicious.
So it's essentially coffee ice cream in a way. A lot of people love coffee flavor. My father loved coffee ice cream.
Even if you don't drink coffee, people like coffee.
Yeah. That's interesting. Where did you come across this dessert?
Uh-oh, do we
Janine.
There she
choice?
is. There she is.
Where did you come across this dessert?
Current. The
Current.
restaurant has it as a dessert choice.
Affogato.
Might I suggest you make this at home, but use Kahlua.
You know, that is another one that I love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Janine, thank you for checking in with us. It's
Thank you.
lovely to hear your voice.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Now
Bye.
Welcome to China, Janine.
All right, thank you.
Can we hear the whole thing in a minute?
You want to hear the whole
Yeah.
thing?
There are lines available at 877-602-9696 if you would like to call and tell us your favorite dessert. I believe Demetra is on line 3.
Welcome to China, Janine.
Let's go to Demetra. Hi, Demetra.
Demetra,
Hi, guys.
how are
Good
you?
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Well, that's great. So, Demetra, what is your favorite ice cream treat?
My all-time favorite is a caramel cashew shake from Iceberg.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, God.
I haven't been to Iceberg in ages.
You should have gone. That's a summertime stop. You should have gone there during the summer. No.
Don't care.
But I don't like chocolate at all.
At all.
I'm an oddball that way.
You don't eat chocolate in any way, shape, or form?
Oh.
I hate chocolate.
You hate
I
it.
think it goes back to poisoning myself with X-Lax when I was like 4.
That could actually that probably has a lot to do with it. You have a bad association.
So, Demetra, would you appreciate and like to have a Radio from Hell tote bag?
I'd love one.
All right.
All right.
Hang on the line and we'll give you one.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry I said that ice cream is not a year-round treat. Of course it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't. What I miss are places that you go that are ice cream parlors, just specifically. I think the last one I went to was a Snellgrove's that was downtown here somewhere.
Remember Fudge Kitchen in Ogden?
Yeah.
It was an ice cream sundae. They had, 20 different ridiculously large sundaes you could
We
order.
used to have one in Provo named Jimba's, and that was good. And then the one out in Roosevelt that I would go.
Oh, that drugstore.
The drugstore
with
had
the big counter. Yeah.
They had a counter there.
It's somebody's name.
And when
It's
I
the
worked,
one they threw us out
They
of.
threw us out of.
when I worked at JB's, so they have the hot fudge cake, which
I remember
is
that.
which is like a brownie. And we were told you cut the brownie in half.
Was
and you
it
put,
like a brownie? Was it a brownie?
no, it was like a chocolate cake. But,
Okay.
you cut it in half, and then you put half on the bottom, ice cream, other half, and then hot fudge on the top.
Sounds great.
But I thought that was cheating. You should have a whole slice on the bottom and a whole slice on the top.
And that's why you were fired.
Let's
Ripping
see.
off the
That was
company.
not
McDonald's parfait ruined my childhood.
But see, I want an ice cream parlor, place where you can go say, I think today I'll have how about a banana split?
Yeah.
Nobody has
I
banana
guess
splits.
I guess
anymore.
Leatherby's is apparently
do
the
they?
place to do that. So, all right, let's go finally to Clayton.
Good morning, Clayton.
Good morning,
Clayton,
lords and ladies.
do people call you Clay?
Yes, they do. My uncle's name is Clay as well.
And
so-
are you fine with that if people call you Clay, or do you prefer Clayton?
No, I prefer Clayton, actually.
And here in Utah, it's Clayton.
Yeah. Famous Clayton.
Yeah.
Do you know name a famous Clayton?
Name a famous Clayton.
So I'm
one,
actually named.
yeah.
I'm named after the Lone Ranger, Clayton.
Clayton
Moore.
Moore. That's
Clayton
the
Moore.
only one I could think
You're
of.
named after the Lone Ranger?
Let's see. It
Yes,
was.
my actual name is Clayton Moore.
I can't remember the name of the sci-fi movie now. It's Dr. Clayton Forrester. War of
yeah.
the Worlds.
Yeah. War of the Worlds.
War of the
Yeah.
Worlds. Dr. Clayton Forrester.
Yeah. Well, Clayton.
And the bad guy in Tarzan.
Oh, really?
All right.
Okay, I'll take your word for that. So, what is your favorite ice cream treat, Clayton?
So I'm probably the only one that likes this, but it's the nasty bubblegum ice cream from Baskin Robbins with like the gooey
Yeah.
bubblegum.
Yeah, that's
inside.
terrible.
I love that.
Now, do
stuff.
you pick out the bubble gum and save it off to the side, or do
Why
you just?
would you do
Because
that?
people do
do.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Really? I would. I mean, I've
Yes,
had
you have
it.
to leave it in the ice cream.
I just eat it and then I chew as it accumulates in my mouth. I chew it. That one, and my son really likes that. It's called Superman ice cream,
Yeah.
and because it's blue and
Blue, red, and yellow.
blue, red, and yellow, and it has this.
Odd flavor.
It's not a natural flavor.
Yeah.
Not a flavor from nature.
And
Well,
my-
Superman is not
See,
from nature.
Here's my problem with Superman ice cream is that the only reason it's Superman ice cream is the color.
Right.
Because it's the color of his costume.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste like Superman at all.
What would Superman taste
Well,
like?
don't let Kerry get into that. He's
Listen,
considered this.
Henry Cavill lived here for months.
Yes.
All right. Anyway.
George Reeves was a tasty man.
All right. We'll see.
Thanks for calling, Clayton.
Bye-bye.
Clayton didn't know what he got into there.
George Reeves.
If you're gonna call it
All right, so for now, we're good.
for now.
It's about to not get good for several days. We have a winter weather advisory going through the next several days, actually, but right now nothing's happening. So just while you're thinking about it, make sure you fill up your car tank today, even if you're not having a big, travel out of town. It's good to keep your car full. It keeps your car a little heavier, a little easier to drive in the snow that way. Make sure you give room for snow plows. Lots and lots of room for snow plows so they can work. And make sure you leave a lot of room between you and the cars in front of you. Don't make sharp turns, sharp lane changes. Just a few tips for the winter driving conditions we have on the way. The only accident so far this morning is a crash US 89, 60th South in Ogden. The right lane is closed there. Katrubis Volkswagen, Northern Utah's hometown Volkswagen dealership right in the heart of Layton, 1230 North Main Street between Antelope and Hillfield Road. Free oil changes for life.
All right. Thank you. Coming up, We have big boy news and opinioendo and very important sports with our attorney, Edward K. Brass. Stand by. Randlife.com.
Would you like to get up to 15% of the home's value, the home that you're purchasing, to remodel it? So if you want to buy a house and you say, well, God, this is a great place, but geez, I'd like to. The rec room in the basement has wood paneling.
Oh, got to get rid of that.
Got to get rid of that. Got to update it so that it doesn't look like I'm living in the 50s. Well, when you go with Rand Life or as your mortgage company, you can get a home loan and up to 15% of the home's value to remodel the home in any way you like. So you can buy a home and fix it up one loan. Call Rand Life to find out how that works. 801-478-4500 is their phone number. They like to talk to people on the phone. They're very knowledgeable, and they can convey a lot of information to you just by having a discussion with you. And find out if you're ready for a mortgage. And if you're not, Rand Life can get you ready. 801-478-4500 or randlife.com.
All right, now what?
This is Utah word of the day. That's
From what year? Do you have any idea?
94, I want to say.
94.
1994.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we go.
Today, we examine another group of words used by most Utahns called L words, or words that end in ELL.
Oh, yeah.
And to help you with today's lesson, each time an L word is used in the following dialogue, a bell will sound. Imagine, if you will, our two friends, LeVar and LeGrand, together in LeVar's trailer house. The TV is on. A conversation ensues. Again, these are L words.
I love this TV show.
Yeah.
I am so glad that someone is showing the reruns of McKell's Navy.
Me too. You know, I would just love to set sail with McKell myself. Hey, you remember the one when the wacky crew of PT Boat 73 tried to save that beached well?
Oh, yeah. They had a hard time because of this big storm.
Yeah.
Gale force winds and hell stones the size of golf balls.
Yeah.
But they saved that well anyway.
Mm-hmm.
McKell did not fell.
Well, no thanks to Gruber. Yeah, that was quite a tell, though. Hey, listen, give me some of them snacks, would you? I'm hungry.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
What?
Trell mix.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like this, LeGrand, but Trell mix makes me thirsty for just one thing.
You're not gonna be drinking beer in front of me, are you, LeVar?
Oh, no. I'm gonna have me a glass of L.
L is beer.
Yeah, but this is pretty mild. It's that Pell L from Squatters. It's so mild I can drink a whole bucket of it.
You'd get drunk if you drunk a whole Pell of Pell L. Then you'd get throwed in jail. And I'd have to bail you out. Oh, hey, looky here what I got in the mail. It's a flyer from Deseret Book. It says here that Dan Quell is coming to town to sign copies of his new book.
Boy, the liberals sure rode Bush and Quell out of Washington on a rel.
Sure did.
They fought tooth and nail, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear that this new book of his really lifts the veil of secrecy about Washington life and what really went on. You know, I'd like to see him. What Deseret Book is he at?
Well, the one by that big jewelry store.
Big jewelry store. You mean Morgan's Jewelers?
Nope. Zell's.
There you go.
That's back when we had this theory that we would beat you over the head with comedy. You know, the way to get you to laugh was to beat you over the head with comedy.
Why didn't we ever learn to edit?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know. Also, now, you were shouting, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, though, out of all of the Utah Word of the Days, that was the best one.
It was one of the,
Really?
Yeah. It was one of the better ones.
In my opinion, I think that was the best one. Whenever someone says, what's the quintessential episode, I say that one.
I still like Lard Dorothy. That's a gorgeous orange.
I like talking to Talking to the manager of the store about the manger scene.
Yeah.
The creche, the manger scene. The manger. I need to speak to the manger about the manger scene.
God. Beat you over the head is right. Even I was getting bored. Sorry, folks. Yeah, that's why we don't do sketches anymore, all right? Anyway. Right, very important sports with Edward Brass coming up in a bit. But before that, big boy news and Opinioendo brought to you by
University of Utah Health Plans sees insurance from a different perspective, creating products, programs, networks of doctors, and resources to give you more choices to be a healthier, happier you. Choose University of Utah Health Plans.
I'd really like to be a healthier, happier me.
Well, you should choose University of Utah Health Plans.
I may do that. Gina?
Yes?
I know this made me feel bad. It's going to make you feel terrible.
What's the matter?
Well, it's Idris Elba.
Is he all right?
He's depressed.
Oh, no.
What has he got to be depressed about?
Yeah, he's got everything.
Well, he says, I've been trying to wean myself off from social media. He told Fast Company magazine, I used to post a lot, but it's been putting me off lately.
And that's been putting me off, Idris. I've been wondering where you are.
Twitter is just not how I want to receive my news. I read the news aggregated on my iPad, but I can't check it constantly. I'm not proud of it, but it's true, because it makes me feel depressed.
Yeah,
The news makes me feel depressed.
I feel you, Idris.
Elba, what'd you say?
I feel you, Idris.
Okay. Elba says he's not focused on always keeping up with the Joneses. Instead, he'd rather use his free time to just take it easy. I'll just sit in the dark and stare and try not to do anything.
Sit in the dark and stare.
Just stare.
It's either Twitter or sit in the dark and stare.
Staring into the darkness.
Surely there's something in the middle
not
there.
doing anything.
For less than $10 a month, Edra, that Disney Plus will cheer you right up.
Somebody tried to put me onto that Headspace app. That was no good. $90 a year for that.
No, it didn't win Sexiest Man Alive again. He gave it that John Legend, that squishy thing.
He's not squishy.
Compared to me.
He ain't
Look
got
at this.
no muscle, that's for sure. You think he could play Luther? No.
No, probably not.
In the midst of a complicated child custody case, working with multiple agencies in Utah, along with communicating with police and child protection services in California, there has been one thing on local officers' minds: find baby Aubrey. There was that Amber Alert. Mm-hmm. Well, Fox 13 received an affidavit from a California attorney. In it, the baby's mother, Taylor Webb, said, I was able to escape from my mother's home on November 20th, and I am now safe and sound, as is my child in California. Now, that came through an attorney, apparently. Lieutenant Sean Stoker with the Clinton Police Department said he can't confirm that it's true. Personally, I take comfort in the fact that attorneys are saying that the baby is safe. That's very odd and very rare, isn't it, when a police officer says, I'm comforted that an attorney has said something.
Are you saying that because our attorney's in the room?
He's laughing in the corner. I'm comforted that the attorneys are saying, when have you ever had a police officer say, I take comfort in what you're saying, Mr. Brass? Not very often, is it?
That would be never.
Yes. The Lieutenant Stoker said, at this point, we do not know where the baby is, but the affidavit explains how Webb came to where she's at now, explaining a complicated pregnancy that left her in an induced coma after her girl, Aubrey, was born on October 27th. Once she was awake, Webb said Child Protection Services came to the hospital and told her, because you are separated from the father, he was violent and abusive, we're going to take custody of the baby. But she says, no, I'm fine. It's my child. Anyway, the long and short of it is, at this point, any Amber Alert has been canceled.
Strange story.
Yeah, hopefully she'll work. This is a strange story. 2 boys sitting in a van at an elementary school in Northern California, shot dead, 11 and 14.
Oh, geez.
Shot early Saturday in the west parking lot of the Cyrils Elementary School. They were in the parking lot at 1:26 in the morning when the incident happened. According to a New Haven Unified School District statement, it said one was a school district student, the other was a former student. Police said the shooting happened at the school parking lot. School district said it was in or near the parking lot. Superintendent of the New Haven Unified School District issued a message for the district's families saying, well, we have the support of our students, for all of our students and staff at the sites where these students attended. But nobody's saying why this happened. Why? Why were they sitting in a van at 1:26 in the morning? And who shot them? Nobody's saying at this point. It sort of sounds kind of like gang related, but we'll see. Speaking of gang related, at least 2 people were wounded by gunfire outside the complex here in Salt Lake, concert venue, the complex. According to Salt Lake Police, Lieutenant Carlos Valencia, 3 people were walking outside the concert venue where the group Shoreline Mafia was performing. Shots were fired from a white car at about 10:15 p.m. One of the victims, of course, was able to return fire with his or her own gun. One person sustained a non-fatal gunshot wound to the chest. Another was shot in the foot. The third victim to the hospital on their own. Valencia said the extent of her injuries not known. No arrests have been made. Probably no arrests will be made. Richard Spencer, the Secretary of the Navy, had a differing opinion with the president. And Defense Secretary Mark Esper has demanded the resignation of the Navy's top civilian leader. Now, I think the Secretary of Defense demanded his resignation when it became known that he was quitting. You can't quit, we're firing you. It doesn't say that specifically, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, because Orange 45 needs to appear to be in control.
An abrupt move aimed at ending an extraordinary dispute between President Trump and his senior military leadership over the fate of a Navy SEAL commando in a war crimes case. In a statement, Mr. Esper, the defense secretary, that's a man who was put in that position by Donald Trump, said he had lost his trust in the Navy Secretary, Richard V. Spencer, because his private statements about the case differed from what he advocated in public. Mr. Esper added that he was deeply troubled by this conduct that only he knows about. Mr. Spencer also provoked Mr. Trump's ire by threatening to resign over the case and by publicly saying he disagreed with the president's decision to intervene in favor of the commando, Chief Petty Officer Edward Gallagher.
Now, this Navy SEAL that they're talking about is a bad guy.
He was accused of murder.
His entire unit.
Yeah, doesn't like him.
No, not doesn't like him. His entire unit testified against him.
Yeah.
Said, this is a bad guy.
He was accused of murdering a Taliban or ISIS guy who was suspected of making bombs. He was acquitted of that. There was not enough evidence to convict him of that.
One of the witnesses admitted or said that he was the person that did the killing.
All right. But apparently there wasn't enough. That wasn't enough.
And he took a picture of himself.
But what he was convicted of is he took a picture of himself with the dead body.
Smiling.
Like, here's my trophy. Here's my trophy. So he was convicted of, I don't know, conduct unbecoming an officer, and he was kicked out of the SEALs. And Donald Trump decides, no, you're going to continue to be, you're going to be a SEAL.
When nobody in the SEALs wants him there or thinks he belongs there. And this head of the Navy was willing to quit his job over it. That's how strongly he felt
we
about
fired
it.
him. We fired him. Listen, it is unclear to me why this behavior on the part of the administration.
He's done it with a couple of bad military guys.
It's unclear to me why people all around the country, whether they support Trump or not, don't go, wait a minute, there's something wrong here.
It starts with Trump's hatred of the CIA, the FBI, the people who work in the government.
I'll show you who's
and
boss.
the military.
I don't know why military people are Trump. Why any military people are Trump people?
Unless you bend the knee to Orange 45, you're not with him. You're against him.
It's a time-honored tradition for people to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but this year, because of weather problems, they think there might be high winds and cold temperatures. They may not be able to run the balloons in the parade.
Cancel
and
it.
I will not watch.
Cancel it.
Because
Just
I don't want
watch
to watch
a regular parade.
Well, it's not a regular parade. You got a bunch of stupid Broadway stars singing and dancing in front of Macy's, lip syncing to their terrible songs that nobody wants to hear.
Well, some people want to.
I don't know. I actually like Broadway shows. But anyway, so
weather, traffic.
Go to Hale, Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air for a $44 furnace tune-up, which includes a 19-point safety inspection. Scott Hale, amazingly different, surprisingly better. ScottHale.com. 100% chance of snow today. They're not even equivocating a little bit.
Wow.
I'm going to go on record right now and predict that everybody's getting and it's because when everybody's going, oh, it's coming, it's not going to be much. It's going to be a non-event.
Well, I don't think we should say that when a lot of people are preparing to drive out of town
I'm not saying you shouldn't
Thanksgiving
prepare.
And
I'm not saying you shouldn't prepare.
Ed's suggesting you fly if you need to go out of town. Because it is off and on throughout Thanksgiving Day, we have snow likely. And we up 1 to 4 inches down here in the valley. They are saying.
That's what they're saying.
Traffic, we've got a crash southbound I-15 Hillfield Road in Davis County off to the left shoulder. That's the only accident so far this morning, so we're the good before the storm when everybody forgets how to drive. So once it does start up again, just remember, leave extra room between you and the car in front of you, particularly if that vehicle in front of you is a snowplow. They are bigger than you, and it's harder for them to stop, and give yourself extra time.
All right, thank you very much. Very important sports brought to you by
Big O Tires is having a big Black Friday savings event November 22nd through December 2nd. Buy 3, get 1 free on select tires, or get $120 off sets of Big O brand tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Well, here he is, Mr. Amy Donaldson, Edward K. Brass. He is attorney at law and sports authority extraordinaire. And he's going to do very important sports for us. Hi, Ed.
Sports first and law second.
Okay.
Welcome to the Eat Everything on Your Plate because children are starving in Europe edition of Very Important Sports.
Yeah.
For some guy in Pittsburgh named Mauricio Paez and some other guy in McAllen, Texas named Raul Sicario Montemayor, only a smidgen of Formula One news. The final standings for 2019 will be Lewis Hamilton from Great Britain. He'll be the champion. Valtteri Bottas also drives for Mercedes from Finland. Max Verstappen drives for Red Bull. He's Dutch-Belgian. There's one race left. That's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on December 1st. As longtime discerning, very important sports listeners know, Abu Dhabi is the actual home of Mr. Egyptian and not Egypt.
That's right.
No oil after midnight.
Abu Dhabi dub.
Exactly.
No oil at midnight.
Yes. In football, in the Premier League, Liverpool is in first place, as predicted by Very Important Sports in the springtime. Leicester second. Manchester City is third. Chelsea is fourth. Arsenal, Cone by Kerry Jackson, is in eighth place. And Manchester City is plummeting. They're in ninth place. Manchester United, I'm sorry. BYU women's soccer beat North Carolina State 3-0 to advance into the final 8 of the NCAA soccer tournament. They play number 1 Stanford on this Saturday, November the 30th. In basketball, the late, great Rick Majerus will be inducted into the NCAA Hall of Fame. He won 517 games. He had 1 losing season in 25 years.
Jeez.
And he blamed his heart issues on a barbecue joint on 4 South in an old train car.
I remember that place.
Yeah. It was a blue train car and had really good food. And I guess he ate there every day and blamed that fact for his heart problems. The Jazz beat Golden State. They beat New Orleans without Rudy Gobert. They've won 3 straight. They're 11-5. They're in 5th place in the West. In very important sports archives, November 16, 2019, Beaver High School beat cross-county rival Milford 45-6 for the 2A championship. Beaver finishes 13-0, Milford 11-2, both losses to Beaver. First time 2 Beaver County teams met for the championship. Beaver's record, 22nd championship game appearance.
Wow.
That's a state of Utah record.
Wow.
The coach said, the team rose to the occasion, and we did great job responding after Milford scored on us.
Wait a minute.
That's some coach speak right there.
Let me ask you, is the Beaver High School, is their mascot, are they the Beaver Beavers?
They are actually the Beaver Beavers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Why make things complicated?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it would be kind of dumb to be the Beaver Wildcats.
And it looks an awful lot like the rabbit in the Holy Grail. It has sharp, pointy teeth, and it's very vicious
a
beaver.
menacing beaver.
It is. In the NFL, the Steelers won. The Browns have won 3 in a row. They're up to 5-6, and they're marching on their way to the Super Bowl. The Bills won. The Bears won. The Saints, Buckeyes South, 9-2. The Jets, Jets, won. The Titans won. The Seahawks won. Washington won with Dwayne Haskins, Ohio State quarterback. Texans won. New England beat the Cowboys in an awful game. Played in a driving rainstorm. And probably the best team in the NFL last night won, the 49ers.
Yep. Stayed up too late watching that.
They crushed the Green Bay Packers. That's a good football team.
They've only lost 1 game, is that right?
They've lost 1 game. The Packers had only lost 2 games until last night, and they pretty much took them apart.
They were trounced.
Is very important sports sticking with your prediction for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride that plane into the ground.
What is it?
He said the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints will win.
Yeah, no.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm right too, because I bet the house on it. Sorry about that. Anyway, BYU college football. BYU blasted the University of Massachusetts 56-24, which is a basketball school. They're the worst team in college football. Next up, San Diego State. They're 7-4. BYU is, and they're bowl eligible. Utah State is 6-5 and lost to Boise State 56-21. They play New Mexico next, and they're also bowl eligible because they've won 6 games. Weber State 9-3 beat Idaho State 38-10. I think every school in the state has beaten Idaho State this year. They won the Big Sky Championship for the 3rd straight year, and they're going to be in the 1AA playoff starting on December 7th for team to be announced. Now Utah, they destroyed Arizona 35-7 to move to 10-1. Zach Moss had 203 yards rushing and a touchdown. Utah's moved up to number 6 in the AP poll. If they beat Colorado, they play Oregon for the Pac-12 championship.
And Oregon lost this week.
Yeah, and that was the very important sports prediction in August. Remember that Utah would play Oregon for the championship. Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
At a minimum, if they beat Oregon, at a minimum, Utah goes to the Rose Bowl. There's absolutely no question about that. And Utah fans, you better turn out for the Rose Bowl.
I already have tickets.
It's a great venue. It's so much fun. The weather's good. The food's good. The pregame atmosphere is wonderful. You've got to go to that. There's a very good chance that they could go into the playoffs. Now, if the Ohio State University loses to that team up north this weekend, heaven forbid.
It's their big rivalry.
That's exactly right.
Michigan, yeah.
I won't know how this turns out because
I'll say their name.
I will slash my wrist, so I won't know how it'll turn out. But if they lose and then they go on to win the championship game of the Big Ten, then the Rose Bowl will be Ohio State and Utah.
So
well, that's your divided loyalties, or will you go with the Ohio?
I can't say. I'm going to take the 5th on that.
You know, Because
So-
you're a graduate of both institutions.
Well, both of those institutions have given me degrees, but both of them have written me recently to ask for them back. So I got certified mail. You know,
Okay, well-
sorry.
When is the
We're
Rose
revoking
Bowl?
your.
It's New Year's Day.
Oh.
But but a lot of things have to happen.
Not much, really. I mean, Utah has to win 2 games. 2. That's it. That's all they have to do, and they're in.
But
And-
depending on how those other teams go, they could get kicked up to the
right.
to the playoff.
And there's a very good chance that could happen because the 4th place team right now is Georgia. Georgia and LSU are playing for the championship at the SEC, so one of them will lose.
All right.
If Utah comes in as the number 4 seed, they'll play LSU in the playoffs. And
But I don't want to go to the Peach Bowl.
well, Atlanta's a good city too. You can go there
I
as
want to
well.
go
I
to
don't
the
wanna- I'd rather go to Pasadena.
I want to spend.
Pasadena is a very nice place.
I love
and it's
Pasadena.
very warm in the daytime on January 1st.
Atlanta is very warm too.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to the
A
beach.
couple of great bars on Colorado Street.
Yes. But the Ubers don't come and pick you up for some reason on Colorado Street. I have no idea why.
Too close to Alhambra.
So the top 4 is number 1 LSU, quarterback by Joe Burrow from the Ohio State University. Number 2 is the Ohio State University, who beat Penn State 28-17. With apologies to Never Trumpers, next up for Ohio State is the scum of the earth, Michigan. Number 3, Clemson. Number 4, Georgia. That's it. Happy Thanksgiving to you 3 and to all you very important sports fans out there. Be seeing you.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Edward K. Brass. Sports.
Very important sports.
And if you're in trouble, give him a call.
And maybe I'll answer.
All right. Thank you very much. Ed, see you tomorrow.
Multi-car pileup northbound Bangor Highway in the left lane right before the 24 South intersection. That comes to us via a friend of the program. Thank you for sending that in. 33986. We've got a crash southbound I-15 Hillfield Road in Davis County off to the left shoulder. And that's it so far. We're not expecting snow for another couple of hours, so maybe it's a good day to get to work early and avoid all that. Go to Hale, Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air for a $44 furnace tune-up, which includes a 19-point safety inspection. Scott Hale, amazingly different, surprisingly better. ScottHale.com.
Thank you very much. Round 1 of your boners coming up along with Big Boy News. Stand by for that.
Also, I just want to mention, as you know, I like to peruse obituaries on the weekend. I found some amazing obituaries for you coming up in our next break.
ZeroRes.com.
Today.
Zero Res, yeah. You got
Today.
What?
Today at 3 o'clock
What?
in the middle of the snowstorm, you know who's coming to my house?
Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Wow. I thought
I'm
it was-
having them come. Mohammed was sick last week,
Oh.
and
There's a lot to clean
there's
up.
a lot to clean up.
He was sick all over that?
Yep. And I'm also going to have them reseal our countertops and clean my tile today.
Nice.
Zero Res is, right now they're doing, the food drive. That's what we want to mention. Sure. Zero Res, give a can of food, a couple of cans of food, and they will clean a 4th area for free. So right now it's 3 rooms for $33 each. And then you do a 4th room for free when you make a donation to the Utah Food Bank. Zero Res likes to give back to the community, and that's a good way to do it. So you won't just let anybody into your house to do this kind of thing. Zero Res will do such great work. They'll leave your house clean. They take care of things. They don't use nasty chemicals or shampoos, so it's all to the good. Carpets, tile, upholstery. Call them. 801-288-9376. That's 2880 or ZeroResSaltLake.com.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! We join our elders as they arrive on Vulcan. They hope to find a cure for Lehigh, who is suffering from Ponfar. Ah, Vulcan, world of logic, place of pointy-eared people. Here I will seek out my mate and find man who killed parents. Settle down and raise pointy-eared offspring.
Knock it off, Lehigh. You aren't a Vulcan. I was hoping you only had the 24-hour type of Ponfar. Dang it. Oh, here comes somebody. Excuse me, sir?
Greetings. You are new to Vulcan?
Hi, I'm Elder Spock, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
Spock? He is a legend on Vulcan. You mock us by using his name.
Oh, we mean no disrespect. Lehigh here is Spock. I mean, they mind-melded and something went wrong. Elder Spock here is suffering from Ponfar.
Ponfar? This is almost illogical. We must meet with T'Pau. She will know how to proceed.
This is Spock? He does not look like Spock. Fascinating. So the great son of Vulcan has sent you as his replacement? Joining will go on as scheduled.
Joining? What joining?
My parents chose my mate when I was 7. We were telepathically linked, and now is the time for us to be wed.
Spock was joined with this woman. You haven't even gone to Snellgroves with her. You can't marry her. Talk about breaking the rules.
We are all gathered. We shall proceed. We are here to complete the joining of Spock and T'Pring. Unless there is anyone here who objects, the ceremony will commence.
Excuse me, T'Pau, ma'am, I have a problem with this.
Only Vulcans are allowed to protest. One more word out of you and I will have you removed from this holy place. Now, shall we begin?
I protest.
T'Pring, no. Why?
I have chosen another to be my mate. I choose Elder Jensen.
But I was to be the one you chose.
A challenge has been made. T'Pring has chosen her companion and is her right. Let the combat to the death begin.
Combat? To the death? Oh, come on, Lehigh Spock. You know I can take you in a fair fight. Be logical. Give up now before I have to hurt you. Hey, you cut my Mr. Max suit. Why, they ought to teach this at the MTC.
Oh. We have our victor. Elder Spock shall wed T'Pring.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I don't think I can go through with this. You see, I just killed my companion, and we're way out of our sector. My zone leader won't be happy at all. I really should be going.
And I will be free to take Ston as my husband.
Is this the end of Butch? Will Zone Leader Hansen really be upset at Lehigh for killing his companion? Will Spock show any emotion when he finds out that his fiancée has married another? Tune into our next episode to hear Butch say...
Hey, man, be careful. Do you have to drag my body all over every rock?
Butch, you're alive!
Shh, keep it down. I faked my death so I wouldn't have to kill you. I'm glad to see you're back to being your old self.
I didn't kill you. I didn't. I don't remember much of anything about the past week,
Look, just drag me back to my hyperbike and I'll tell you all about it.
Well, we left the quadrant. What's Zone Leader Hansen gonna say?
Well, maybe we just won't tell him.
Well, that would be the logical thing to do.
Huh?
On the next finger-crossing episode of Space Elders!
One of your boners coming up. Stand by for that. Big boy news.
As you know, over the weekend, I like to peruse the obituaries in the...
Make sure you're not in there? Is that why you...
I don't think I can go on. I'm doubled over with laughter at that comment. Doubled over. So that's when they have the big collection of them throughout the week, you know. And some weeks you just... and I don't read them all note for note, but I kind of scan through them, and if something catches my eye. So coming up here in the obituaries, a member of our fraternity has passed. A member of the radio DJ fraternity has passed. I'll get to that one in a second, but I discovered this one, a celebrity obituary. Michael J. Pollard has died at the age of 80. He was an actor best known for his role in Bonnie and Clyde in 1967, the character C.W. Moss. I remember him as a character in Star Trek in the episode Miri.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very quirky, wonderful to watch actor who did small roles, and he was terrific. He was 80 years old. He died in the hospital of heart failure. If you've never seen him work,
you'll recognize him if you'd see.
Yeah, probably.
He's got a memorable face.
Yeah, and speaking, the way he speaks is very memorable. I remember him in a movie called Big Foss and Little Halsey.
Okay, yeah.
Where he was paired with, God, who was it? I want to say Robert Redford, but that's not right.
He was with, he played in House of a Thousand Corpses with Sid Haig.
Mm-hmm.
But seek out Bonnie and Clyde. It's a great movie. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway as Bonnie and Clyde, and he just has a small role, but he's terrific.
He was in Scrooged, if you watch that for Christmas.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. And now, a member of the radio fraternity. I just discovered this in the obituaries this weekend. William Bill Espinoza, 79 years old, has died. He was born in Los Angeles, California in 1940. Bill moved to Albuquerque as a young man, where he lived for 10 years, and it's there he met his wife of 57 years, Marcella Espinoza. In Albuquerque, Bill was involved in the entertainment industry as a radio DJ, and later moved his family to Salt Lake City, where he helped to start a public radio station and worked as a banker before opening. Now, I don't know what public radio station that was. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say?
No.
Tell me his name again. I'll
Bill
look up.
Espinoza. And I meant to look it up and didn't. And he also worked as a banker before opening a restaurant called the Navajo Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
I always pass that place. I never went in.
Still there, yeah.
On 33rd South, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah. Which he ran for 30 years. Until his very last days, you could find him at the restaurant talking to customers, new and old. Bill loves sports of all kinds, and then it goes on to talk about his life and his kids, Aaron and Marcos, daughter-in-law Kelly, and so forth. He is, but he was a radio DJ and then a restaurateur and helped start a radio station here in Salt Lake.
Finding anything?
Bill Espinoza, just a member of our community that we never knew, but sorry to note his passing. And now, this. I'm not going to read any names here because this is hilarious. This is a guy in Spanish Fork who died, Carrie, at a ripe old age. He was in his 80s, lived in Spanish Fork for a long time. And here's what it says about his marriage status. He is survived, now again, this guy's in his 80s.
Okay.
He is survived by his fiancée. I won't read her name. He was also preceded in death by his first wife. Also by his second wife and the love of his life.
Whoa.
Not well.
No,
I would hope.
So screw you, fiancé. Screw you, first wife. It was the second wife.
That was the love of
his life. So I'm guessing, or my wife said, you know who wrote this obituary? The kids. The kids who are...
You love mom the best.
Yeah, who are the product of the second wife.
Yep, I think that's probably true.
And who are saying, not you, fiancé, and certainly not you, first wife.
I would have done the same thing with my dad if I'd have wrote the obituary.
Yeah, I know you.
Not
I
his,
know you.
not his second
a
wife.
little dig.
Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious. He was preceded. He left behind his fiancee, preceded death by his first wife, and his second wife, the love of his life. Well, there you go. He looks like he was a nice guy too. He was a terrific guy.
If you're the second wife.
Yeah, particularly if you were the second wife. But he said he always put a smile on people's faces. He was always a rock solid sort of a human being, and so. But that second wife, she really left a shine on him.
See, now all I can think about is Navajo Hogan.
Yeah,
Haven't
and
been in there in ages.
Have you been in there?
Long time ago.
And I think they just what do they have? Navajo tacos?
That's what I had when I was there.
In there, he's got, or had, or whatever, framed photos of celebrities that have eaten at Navajo Hogan.
Really?
Jay Leno, there's a autographed picture in there. The cast of Touched by an Angel.
What? Why have I never been in there?
I don't know.
I've passed it a million
Are they still
times.
open?
I think
so.
Well,
they were. I guess he said he was working there at the time of his death.
See absolutely nothing about the radio, though. Like, this is a whole article about him and the Navajo Hogan. You'd think it would mention it in there a little bit, but...
Somebody says Navajo Hogan has great food. We go there all the time. Or we would go there all the time when we were in high school.
See, that's past tense again. I need to know if they're still open.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was 30 years or more.
I'm looking
since I went.
I can't.
Let me look. I'm looking.
I can't see if it.
All
I mean, they're going to have a tough time without Bill there, though.
They're closed on Mondays, but they'll be open tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I think we owe it to Bill.
And they do DoorDash. You can have.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
What's the menu? What's on the menu?
Well,
just quickly, you don't have that in front of you?
Yeah, they've
Cement
got,
Dave has gone to get lunch at Navajo Hogan multiple times in recent history.
They've got all your fry breads, the sheep herder special.
What's that?
That's a fry bread, bowl of beans, and a drink.
Man.
They got sweet fry bread.
Yeah.
They've got mutton stew.
Holy mackerel.
Oh.
Would you eat mutton stew?
Of course, it's sheep, that's all.
It's an old sheep.
Yeah.
It's an old sheep.
It's an
Would you
old
eat
sheep.
an old
No, but when it's a stew, it's been cooking a long time, and it's tender and delicious.
They cook the old out of it.
Yeah.
They just
I
cook
think
the
you
old
guys
right
should
out
go
of it.
for mutton stew.
I would totally have that.
I'll split a bowl of mutton stew with you and we'll have some fry bread. And do they have the Navajo taco?
Of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay,
All
all right.
They got chicken, beef, veggie,
Okay.
green chili.
All right.
All right.
Well, I guess we should go there in honor of Bill, former radio DJ. Who knew?
Allegedly.
Yeah, there's no details.
I'm not
That
finding
almost
any.
sounds like something he told his kids. Yeah, I was a DJ once.
I helped start that radio station.
Yeah,
It was X96.
I've talked to a lot of people who claim to have been DJs at KJQ.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I was there the whole time. I don't remember you.
Yeah. I've run into them too.
Multi-car pileup, northbound Bangor Highway in the left lane right before the 24th South intersection. Thank you, friend of the program, that sent us that. We've also got, let's see, crash southbound I-15 Hillfield Road in Layton. And looks like that's about it. If you see something you want to share, you can do that. 33986. LHM Used Car Supermarket. They have over 1,000 used vehicles in inventory. Shop it all at one easy location. LHM Used Cars. Mr. Generous November giveaway. 2006 Mini Cooper. Visit LHMUsedCars.com to enter to win. No purchase necessary.
All right.
Here are your boner candidates coming up. The titles are of the first three. Did you get your deer and your manicure? Boner candidate number 2. It is, let me click on this. LeBron James and the one cheek salute.
Okay.
And boner candidate, that's what you think it is.
Yeah, I think
Did
I
you
have.
see it?
I think I have audio.
Really?
Let me look. I
I read the story and it said it was loud enough to be.
Yeah. Let me see if I have that.
And boner candidate number 3, buy some insurance or you're out.
All right, so we got round 1, big boy news, opinioendo, all coming up. Stand by. Salt Lake Film Society.
I was so mad. I was going to go to the Salt Lake Film Society on Saturday, and my plans got all screwed up. I wanted to
What
go
were
see.
you going to go see?
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Really want to see it.
Well, you know, Thanksgiving's coming. You want to escape from the family.
I'm going to try. I have not seen a movie in a long time. I'm going to try and see a bunch of movies over the break here.
Mm-hmm.
Salt Lake Film Society is where I'll see a lot of them. They have a great theater, 6 screens on Broadway and State Street, 3rd South and State. And then they have the historic Tower Theater at 9th South and 9th East, and the 9th and 9th. What's nice about that, too, is there are really good restaurants around both of those
Make a night out
movie
of it.
theaters. So you can go have dinner, and then go to a movie. Go to Salt Lake Film Society's website, slfs.org. They will put you on a mailing list, and you can see a weekly listing of all the movies that are playing, special events, which they do all the time, particularly around the holiday season. slfs.org for more.
Ho, ho, ho.
'Tis the season.
Tonight on Channel 8, join us for Mysteries of Science. Our scientific staff explore unanswered questions that have boggled the minds of the scientific community for years.
Hello. We're the new Mysteries of Science hosts, radio's Carrie and Bill. Help us explore the scientific worlds of the unknown.
Tonight, we answer the age-old question. How long can a grasshopper live when its head is placed under the focused beam of a high-power magnifying glass?
Use the tweezers to hold him still.
Ow, ow, you're burning my finger. Focus the beam on his head.
The sun, life giver,
Ah, there he goes.
and life taker.
Also tonight on Mysteries of Science, we see just how much damage a firecracker will do to, again, a grasshopper, when it's taped to the insect's body.
Will you hold the damn thing still while I light the fuse?
Ow, my fingers!
Don't miss Mysteries of Science. It's TV worth giving a look-see to. Tonight, right after The Brown Nun on Channel 8.
I like your shirt, by the way. New shirt?
No.
What?
Old shirt.
You never wear it, though.
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's a nice shirt.
I don't wear it very often.
Well, you should.
Okay. Great.
I gave you a compliment.
Then maybe I will. I will wear it as often as I ever do, which is not often. It's a shirt that I bought. I remember exactly when I bought this shirt. It's when there was an Old Navy over here on 4th South.
Mm-hmm.
Over there
Where
on 4th
Trader
South.
Joe's is going to be.
Yeah. There was an Old Navy there, and I went in there one day, and they had this big pile of shirts on the floor. I'm not kidding, as Old Navy does sometimes. And they said all of the shirts in this pile are $1.20. I'm not kidding. $1.20, and I thought that this shirt being $1.20, that's negative money.
Yeah. It costs more than that to...
Yeah, there's more material in this shirt. There's more little, Vietnamese or Singaporean child finger blood in this shirt from sewing the buttons on. And so I bought it for $1.20 off the floor at the Old Navy.
You would not think that.
It's not. It's just a dumb shirt.
You should have kept the receipt in the pocket. My sister bought a coat
But we
once.
never do a 120 time check, Gina. So
My sister bought a coat once that was on sale, and it ended up being $7, and she kept the receipt in the pocket so that anytime anybody said, I like that coat.
Her sister, Minnie Pearl.
No, Mikkel.
Just to
I like
prove?
that coat. She'd say, $7. No, it's not. I have their She kept it in the pocket.
right there. Right
$7 coat.
That is the see again. That's the kind of thing that the Barbary girls are interested in.
$7? I don't believe that was $7.
But you could have a debate with some other people about the political situation in Tibet or the existence of God. But when you're debating with the Barbary girls, it's whether Bill Murray is going to go crashing parties and how much the coat cost. Is she the good-looking one?
They are all good-looking.
No, they are not.
They are. All of my sisters are good-looking.
Lolita?
Certainly not. All right, let's get this over with.
One is better looking than the others.
No, they are all good-looking.
It's that one that's really good-looking, and then there's there's an okay one, and then there's that other one.
I get phone calls every time you do this.
Which one is he talking about?
They know.
Yeah, they all. I'm surprised they call. All they have to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah, you
It's me, isn't
All
it?
they have to do is look at a family photo, Gina. They'll all point to the good-looking one.
All the Barbary girls know. They know who the good-looking one is. It's true.
So we're not making these things up.
All right. Remember that info. You're going to need it for round one of your boners happening right now. Here we go. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it'll go up against the winner of round 2. Yes, we do this again at 8:20. Yeah, in an hour from now.
That's
3 more
ridiculous.
candidates. Yeah. We get another winner there. We take the 2 winners and we put them against each other into the Boner Dome at 9:20 is when you'll decide boner of the day this morning. So right now you're picking the champion for round 1. Here we go. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. And one of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Oh, you should wear it to your Thanksgiving dinner if you win it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell boner t-shirt. It's being modeled by Kerry Jackson's chair right now. You can see it at x96.com/live.
I think you should very much send us a picture of you wearing your boner t-shirt. Anybody should do this at a Thanksgiving dinner. So do something to indicate that it is your Thanksgiving family dinner and you have the guts to wear your boner t-shirt there.
We'll post that if you do that.
All right, here's boner candidate number 1. Did you get your deer and your manicure? High Point, North Carolina. A photo from a nail salon has gone viral, and you won't guess why. Well, you will guess why.
Whoa.
You should warn people about
Morgan
that.
Taylor, a Charlottesville native studying at High Point University, was getting her nails done at Diamond Nails this week when she said one of the nail technicians began to butcher a deer in the middle of the salon. And there you can see it at x96.com/live. Hunting for a new nail salon in High Point, North Carolina? Talk about multitaskers, manicures, pedicures, and amateur deer butchers. Oh dear, she wrote, along with a photo on Facebook. Taylor told the local news that she was shocked and reported it to the North Carolina Board of Cosmetic Art Examiners. According to the board, Diamond Nails inspection grade is a 96, Meanwhile, the review section of the salon's Facebook page has been cluttered with people commenting about the now viral photo. I can't believe you think it's okay to have dead animals in the salon. That's nasty, one person wrote. It's unprofessional to butcher animals during business hours.
Well, I don't want that happening even outside of business hours.
But this was in front of customers.
I don't want that happening ever in the nail salon.
The board did not respond to a request for comment. Boner candidate number 1. Did you get your deer and your manicure? Here's boner candidate number 2. LeBron James and the one-cheek salute. Basketball star LeBron James responded to a fan request for an autograph by farting at the fan while leaving an Oklahoma steakhouse. LeBron and fellow
purpose,
well, listen. Right. LeBron and fellow basketball player Chris Paul were leaving the Mahogany Prime Steakhouse in Oklahoma when the fans who were recording the encounter approached. Before entering a waiting SUV, LeBron James lifted his leg and offered a burst of flatulence so loud it was picked up by the camera's audio from the other side of the parking lot. Carrie has the audio. You can kind of tell it's You want to play that?
15 seconds. So here we go. You'll hear some talking and then listen carefully.
And these fans sound very nice.
Here we go.
We're huge fans.
Good luck tomorrow at the game, guys.
Go Zaire.
We're big fans.
There you
Hear
go.
Yeah.
It's a banner week.
Maybe
No. No, Gina, no.
Maybe.
No, you always are apologist for everything.
Let me try.
No.
Just let me try.
Okay.
So maybe he didn't hear them, and he was doing the courtesy pre-getting into the car fart.
Yeah, okay.
Before
Whatever.
So he's actually helping.
Yes, because he's going to be in the car with other people,
Well,
and the nice thing to do is do that before you get into the car.
But not lift your buttock
just to make sure it goes away from the car.
Toward the fan. He did it intentionally. Boner candidate number 2, LeBron James and the one-cheek salute. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, buy some insurance or you're out.
Boner candidate number 3 for round 1 coming up after this big boy news and a Pinuendo brought to you by.
Don't miss the 2020 Sundance Film Festival happening January 23rd through February 2nd with screenings and events in Park City, Salt Lake City, Sundance Mountain Resort. Get tickets at sundance.org/tickets.
Did you see this, Gina?
What's that?
Looks like Faith No More may be doing some music this coming year.
I get Faith No More alerts, and there's not a lot of news there.
It's been 4 years since Faith No More released. I had no idea.
How many years?
They're 4 years.
Okay.
Critically acclaimed album Sol Invictus. It got by me. Did you listen to it, Gina?
I heard a little bit. I didn't purchase it, but I heard some of it.
Well, is it good?
Yeah.
It was critically acclaimed. Yeah. Well, why didn't you purchase
I guess I should have.
A little over 2 years since Mike Patton said that the band were on an extended break. But that hiatus might be over as Faith No More posted a cryptic image. Do we have that, by the way? There it is.
Oh, they're looking good.
Yeah. And then they've got a gimp on a leash. They're all wearing tuxedos and holding champagne flutes, and they're all dressed very nicely, coiffed very well, and then they have a gimp on a leash.
I've told the story many times, but they're the reason I'm on this show.
The band tweeted the following picture, so what is it going to be? Well, they're not saying exactly, but Roddy Bottom and Mike Patton working together. They're going to do it.
Yay!
Billie Eilish, speaking of music, she's getting a lot of crap.
Crap?
Yeah.
She got a lot of awards last night.
17-year-old has recently made the decision to not sign autographs for fans since the majority of the signed items apparently end up being sold on websites like eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of autographs, she says, "I'll give you a hug."
Ow.
Well, that's pretty.
She doesn't even have to do that. She could just say, "I don't do autographs," and that's the end of it.
She said, "I'll give you a hug. I'll talk to you. You can take my picture. No autographs." After her appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, she had 2 groups of people waiting outside the studio doors to meet her. One of the groups was filled with genuine fans, which she gladly spoke to and took pictures with. The other was a group of grown men asking for autographs to sell. Once
You
Eilish
stand by that, Billy.
she refused to sign any autographs. The crowd of sellers began to boo her, and some went as far as to berate her, calling her a little bitch.
Don't give in, Billy.
This is a 17-year-old girl. God,
Yeah.
leave her alone.
Lionel in the chat room is asking, has Billy considered handing out farts instead? Maybe that's...
There you go.
the way to go.
That's the new way.
It's the new thing.
The Outreach Community Garden. I've been there. It covers 1.5 acres, embedded inside an East Salt Lake City block where neighbors have tended dozens of plots for the past 43 years, yielding food and building community on land long owned and watered by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a really cool place. You walk down this little street, and then all of a sudden there's this huge garden surrounded by homes and by an LDS church way back there.
Nice.
Well, those plots are soon going to be covered with asphalt to accommodate parking under a plan to expand the territory served by the LDS Church's 33rd Ward building on 11th East, 453 South 11th East, immediately southwest of the garden. Now, the church does own the land, but for 63 years, they have allowed people to garden there. And I've been in there, and it's just astonishing. It's beautiful. This one acre, little over an acre, oasis in the middle of the city.
We need more of those.
They have chickens there. They have fruit trees.
Less asphalt.
They have, well, what's interesting about this, now the move has stunned many of the neighbors who believe the church can meet its needs without sacrificing a community asset that holds a rich history and connects directly to the LDS faith's agricultural heritage. Here's what's happened. Membership in the LDS Church in Salt Lake City has continued to decline. And so they're combining wards.
Oh.
So they closed the university ward and another ward up on the East Bench. They're all now going to go to this. They all now have to go to this building, this meeting house. And some of them, it's further away. They have to drive. They can't just walk there. And they need more room for parking. I say the LDS Church needs to come up with a shuttle system. I think this would be great, even in spite of the garden. They should come up with a shuttle system that people can get on and go to church. That would save a tremendous amount of air pollution and
aren't they supposed
all
to
kinds
walk?
of things. Well, yeah, but some of them now it's really far.
Yeah.
It's really far for them to go. So those people who are that far, mile or more, over a
bus them
mile,
to-
just have a schedule. Be on this corner, which is close to your house. We'll pick you up and take you to church.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And leave that garden there. I don't think they'll do that, but
It's a nice idea.
So President Trump has intervened in this situation of the Navy SEAL. The Navy has said he should not be a SEAL or taking away. I don't know if they were going to kick. I don't think they were going to kick him out of the Navy, but they were going to take away his Navy SEAL credentials, and he would no longer be a part of that elite group, and for a good reason. Who is this guy? Edward Gallagher, the SEAL at the center of this. He was at the center of a highly publicized war crimes case. The Navy prosecuted Chief Gallagher and wanted to expel him from the SEALs, but the president has repeatedly intervened in his favor. What do you need to know about Gallagher? He's the son of a West Point graduate. He's a career Army officer. Oh, his father was Edward Gallagher, career Army officer. He enlisted in the Navy as a medic in '99. He was deployed to Iraq. He became one of the few Navy medics to ever complete the Marines' demanding Scout Sniper School. Oh, this is his dad. Now at 40, his dad goes by the nickname Blade, or is that him? I think it's him. He graduated from the Navy SEALs punishing basic underwater demolition course. So he's a badass, this Gallagher guy. What did he do, though? Well, he was accused of killing a guy, a combatant, and then having his picture taken posing with this dead enemy soldier.
And his entire unit testified against him, saying this is a bad guy who did a wrong thing.
They charged him with murder because because the prisoner, the guy was already a prisoner. So if he's a prisoner and then you shoot him,
that's a war crime.
That's a war crime. He was acquitted of that, even though people said they saw him do it. I don't know how he was acquitted, but he was convicted of posing in a photograph with this dead combatant. And so the Navy wanted him out. But the president has intervened. No, he's not going to be expelled from the SEALs. This is bad for morale.
Mm-hmm.
Because his
do you know what
his
it does?
SEAL buddies don't want him in there.
It makes it harder for the many, many, many more Navy SEALs that are good guys. It makes it harder for them.
Yeah. By the way, there's cannabis-infused gravy available for Thanksgiving.
Good.
Marijuana gravy. You can buy it in packs. It's called Kiva cannabis-infused turkey gravy. It's in a pouch. Okay.
That'll stop fights.
Yeah.
All right. Weather, traffic.
Savor every moment at the Melting Pot in Salt Lake. Come experience the Melting Pot before or after your favorite show or game, themeltingpotsaltlakecity.com. Well, it's already happening in Logan. What did our friend say? 3 inches already in Logan? And it's coming this way.
That's of snow, by the way.
That's snow, yes. It's coming this way, and will be coming this way for several days. We're in a winter weather advisory right now. They say 1 to 4 inches for the Salt Lake Valley at least, and of course more than that up in the mountains. So be aware of that as you're driving during this holiday week. We've got snow restricting visibility from Brigham City northward right now, and already accidents in Logan from the snow. Crash eastbound US 91, milepost 14. This is in Cache County. We've got roadway restriction eastbound US 89 through Sardine Canyon, Box Elder County, 4-wheel drive chains required through there. Let's see, we've got a crash northbound Bangor Highway 31st South in Salt Lake. I thought I saw something else in our message stream.
Snowing hard in Perry.
Yeah. So be aware of all of that while you're driving today. Get gifts for your music lovers at Guitar Czar in Murray, featuring a great selection of the best pro-level gear, price matching and 18 months no-interest financing OAC, 5979 South State, and GuitarZar.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. Buy some insurance or you're out. Casey Wilson took some time off from school last year when she found out she was pregnant with her second baby. The young mom had hoped to miss only a semester or 2 at Brigham Young University's campus in Idaho. She was just a few credits away from earning her degree in art education and set a goal of finishing before Kelvin, who was 4 months old, started to talk. But before Wilson could sign up for classes beginning in January, as she planned, the college announced, "We will no longer allow students to enroll with only Medicaid as their health insurance."
Why not? That's health insurance.
They're not saying.
That's health insurance.
"I'm devastated," Wilson said, choking back tears as her baby cooed in her arms. "I love school. I want to graduate, but we're a struggling family, and we don't have the money for private insurance." The controversial decision from BYU Idaho, a private school owned by the Utah-based Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, came as a surprise to students last week. School administrators announced the change in an email 1 day after Idaho received formal approval letters from the federal government for its Medicaid expansion plans, which voters in the state overwhelmingly supported last year. You know, like we did here.
Yeah.
But here in Utah, we still haven't implemented it, even though the voters said do it. The controversial decision, as many universities do, BYU Idaho requires students. That's not uncommon for a university to require students to have some kind of insurance.
But
health
Medicare,
insurance.
that's insurance.
BYU here in Provo, they say yes, Medicaid. It's Medicaid.
For Medicaid.
Medicaid is insurance. We don't have any. Nobody knows exactly why BYU Idaho has done this. Although, is it somehow connected to the federal government saying, okay, here's the Medicaid expansion?
The timing seems suspect.
I don't know what the deal is. But these poor students, and there are a lot of them at BYU Idaho, because it's an inexpensive school to go to. And so there are a lot of students on Medicaid there. Boner candidate number 3, buy some insurance or you're out.
Let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. Did you get your deer and your manicure? A North Carolina nail salon, open for business, doing manicures, pedicures, and then there's somebody in one part of the shop butchering a deer. Boner candidate number 2, LeBron James and the one cheek salute. Yes, LeBron James, it is a fact, farted at some fans when they asked for his autograph. And boner candidate number 3, buy some insurance or you're out.
All right, here we go. This is round 1 of your boners. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it secures a spot in Boner Dome. It'll go up against the winner of round 2's voting. We'll do this at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. Get a winner there. Take both of those champions and put them against each other for boner fight. 9:20 this morning is when you'll decide boner of the day. Right now you are picking the champion for round 1. Choose wisely. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. The one that you think should win. Put that single digit, that number, in the message of a text. Text it to 33986. Computer counts it. Boom. Just like that. Or call 877-602-9696 and tell Katie via your voice who you're voting for. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting November 25, 2019 and vote there. You've got less than 4 minutes to do it, though. So let's go. This is round 1.
There's a great a little video that I tweeted early this morning at RFH Bill.
Well, let me go look.
It's a little video of some mayor somewhere in Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
He's doing his Groundhog's Day thing with
Like
Jimmy
you.
the Groundhog.
Jimmy, that's
Sun
not a
Prairie-
groundhog name. It's not.
Why is Jimmy not a ground? Phil is a groundhog name.
Sure.
Why is Jimmy not a groundhog
Jimmy's
name? It's fine.
Awfully
If
offensive
Princess,
about Jimmy.
good God, Gina, you derail the story. Jimmy, that's not a ground. Why does Carrie Fisher call her dog Gary? It's fine. Anyway, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Jimmy the Groundhog, and the mayor Jonathan Freund is and he's an idiot. And I love the way they wrote this story on what is it, Gawker or Newsfeed? It's called Gawker's Newsfeed. Yeah. Low-rent Punxsutawney Phil impersonator Jimmy the Groundhog has the easy task, or the easy annual task of predicting each February whether Sun Prairie, Wisconsin will experience 6 more weeks of winter. This year, the job got to him a little bit as he whispered his prognostication into Mayor Jonathan Freund's ear. The weather will be, got your ear, sucker! I'm biting your damn ear off. How do you like me now?
He gets a hold of it, too.
Yeah, he does.
He gets a good chomp in there.
Yeah. You watch the
He
watch
keeps
the little
going. The
video.
mayor keeps going, though. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, flinching from the savage attack on his soundy flaps, Freund attempted to translate the bite from groundhog to English. He didn't see his shadow, the shaken mayor stammered, so it will be in early spring. Jimmy's handler is obviously concerned about the integrity of the little biter's predictive record, later clarified that he had actually been attempting to indicate that winter would last another 6 weeks. It is Wisconsin, after all.
So the mayor got it wrong altogether.
Yeah. The mayor's office responded that only the mayor can translate Jimmy's prediction, the Milwaukee Sentinel Journal reports. But
kind of-
it's
my
a funny
question-
video. Watch the little
My
video.
question is, what kind of a mayor name is Jonathan? I mean, really?
It's a fine
That's
mayor
a terrible
name.
mayor
It's a
name.
fine mayor
No,
name.
that's a terrible mayor name.
Jimmy is not a good name for a groundhog. Jimmy's a nice guy. Groundhogs are mean.
Gino, why don't you just shut up?
A texter points out Jimmy the Groundhog was part of the Gambino family.
Exactly.
That's your confusion. So
What?
Jimmy
Getting
is a
awfully
perfectly
defensive.
fine name for a groundhog. Who died and made you the namer of all things?
Not the namer of all things.
You sure act like it. No, Val Kilmer is not dead.
Yet.
And what kind of a name is Val for a Kilmer?
Exactly.
The Kilmers never named their children Val. What's wrong with them?
All right, 747. Yeah, he just clicked over. Let's award round one of your boners.
Okay. And it's brought to you in part by a hamburger.
And got a case of the Mondays. Gracie's has the Cure Monday Night Football, Monday Night Jazz session with David Halliday and the Jazz Vespers Quartet. After the game, adults only.
There was boner candidate number 1. Did you get your deer and your manicure? It's a nail salon in North Carolina, open for business, doing manicures, doing all of that stuff. And then some woman was butchering a deer in one part of the salon while business was going on. Boner candidate number 2, LeBron James and the one cheek salute. Yes, some fans asking for an autograph, and LeBron James responded by farting at them. And boner candidate number 3, yeah, buy some insurance or you're out. This is the story. BYU, Idaho saying all of a sudden we no longer accept Medicaid, and some students are having to drop out of school because that's the only insurance they have.
We have a texter pointing out not allowing Medicaid only is also incredibly discriminatory against any students with disabilities whose insurance is likely to be Medicaid.
Yeah. I think maybe this will be reversed somehow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they can get away with this. David won a boner T-shirt, and I'm pretty amazed, though. That's the one that won.
Really?
By a huge number of votes. Boner candidate number 3, buy some insurance or you are out.
There you go. It's the winner of round 1's voting, and now goes forward. Might be boner of the day. Goes up against the winner of round 2's voting. We'll do that in a half hour from now. Get ready for that. We'll take both those winners, put them against each other at 9:20 this morning, and that's when you'll decide boner of the day.
I went out to a party on Saturday night. Yeah, it was a birthday party for a really nice roller derby friend of my wife's. Berg, they call her. Yeah, they all have names like that. Berg and Wheela and Jammy, and my wife's name is Jammy. So and I went to the Rest and the Bodega. I'd never been there.
Oh, you hadn't? It's good.
Never been
Love that
downstairs to that speakeasy bar thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was very busy. I guess you have to have reservations probably.
Yes.
And Berg, whose birthday party it was, made reservations for like 3 or 4 tables so that all the roller derby friends could join. And I had a hard time there because it was so noisy.
It can get noisy.
I couldn't have a conversation. I couldn't hear anybody. It's like, my hearing is a little bad, and then when you get all that ambient noise. So I just kind of sat there and had Manhattans, several.
Yeah.
And that runs into a bit of money.
Yeah.
It's not an inexpensive place.
No.
But it's really nice. I enjoyed the ambiance. I want to go back sometime when I can just sort of be there with my wife maybe, and just so we can talk. And if it was just one person I was with, I would have been fine. But so anyway, we're there and talking to people. And I was talking to some people, or trying to, and then somebody said, "Wait, look at that! That's Rudy Gobert." And is that Rudy Gobert? And this guy walked by, and I guess there's a back entrance or back exit or something. And walked by and then just disappeared out that way. Mm-hmm. And it was a tall gentleman, no doubt, but nobody. I think it was Rudy Gobert, and it was great, and everybody was kind of excited. And then a friend of my wife's sent her this post that was on Facebook. It says, "Is this the guy we saw?" And she posted a picture of Rudy Gobert. Mm-hmm. And one of her friends says, "Yeah, I think so." But you know what was really cool?
What?
I can't believe that your friend is married to Bill Allred. That's way cooler than meeting Rudy Gobert.
Who said that?
A friend, a friend of.
It's not true.
I think it is true in that it indicates the popularity of this show, Gina. So you better hope that it's true. She says,
we're not more important than Rudy Gobert.
And she said, "I told my brother today, and he was like, dang, that is so cool. I used to listen to him every morning on my way to school." But then somebody goes on to point out, my wife, Jamie, she's really the cool one in that relationship. And then somebody says, well, behind every great person is a cool woman. So... But I just thought it was interesting that somebody was actually more excited to have met me and talked to me than to have seen Rudy Gobert. And I say that only as it reflects upon the work that we all do here. In some people's eyes, we are more popular or more important than Rudy Gobert. And I'll take it, damn it.
I wouldn't know Rudy Gobert if he was sitting
Carrie,
on my lap.
He's very tall. You'd say, I bet you're a jazz player.
Yeah,
I would not say that. I never assume.
He's pretty good looking, too, at least in this photo that they sent.
Yeah, he's a good looking
Now,
guy.
when he walked by, I didn't see anything except a tall shadow because it's pretty dimly lit in there. And I just saw this tall thing move by. So, it's probably a jazz player. And he's injured right now, so...
Yeah.
So he was out having a good time rather than...
Shouldn't he be resting?
Well, you would think.
Getting better?
Well, Carrie, isn't that the perfect place for him to go?
The rest?
Well...
To rest?
First of all, if you're that tall, some of those benches... not going to be good for you.
No, those booths are kind of cramped.
I mean, now in the back, in the library, they're the comfy chairs.
Oh.
You could go there.
So maybe that's
the nice comfy chair.
Oh, so I could have had a chat back there,
yeah.
probably.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
where...
didn't see that
That's
place.
where... you got to walk into the back.
The only thing I saw was I went straight to a booth, sat there the whole time, and then left.
You walk past the safe, and there's an old library there. It looks like it's a set from a movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, old books and... leather-bound chairs, and it's really cool looking.
Now the food, I didn't really have any food. They brought out this huge platter of meats and cheeses and stuff. But I looked at the menu. It's pretty pricey. Is it worth that? Because you've eaten there.
I've eaten there a few times.
Yeah, and so it's worth it's worth.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I enjoy it.
We've gone there a few times too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I looked at the menu and I went, gee.
Yeah.
Beer can chicken, $40.
It's delicious.
Well, and you share it. That's not one person.
Well, I assume it's a whole chicken, but still, it's a chicken. I can buy a chicken for $10.
Yeah, but you don't get to sit in that beautiful set.
That's true.
When you're paying for stuff,
stuff.
You're paying for atmosphere. You're paying for Okay.
And it is beautiful in there. I mean, that bar is stunning, and they have animal heads on the wall.
Now, what they used to have up front was an actual bodega.
Up top, you mean?
Yeah, up top, where they sold,
chiclets and
yeah,
candles, and
now it's a bar.
Now it's a bar.
But I I miss
the bodega.
The bodega. Like,
I guess they weren't making enough money selling gum.
Because it makes you think, oh no, this is just a bodega.
Yeah. Oh, but the secret downstairs.
Yeah, it was more fun when they had the bodega.
Yeah, but there were people, like when we left, people waiting to come down. So I guess you must have to have reservations.
Anytime we've gone, we've had to have like several days in advance reservations.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a big place, is it?
We do reservations in advance, and we go early because it does get busy toward the end of the evening.
This was 8:00, and from 8 to 10, and it was just like you couldn't move. It was so busy.
They have a turntable there, and they just kind of put a record on, depending on people's moods or whatever. And so the fun thing is to guess which album it is.
Oh, I want to play that game. That's my kind of game.
My mood was, I'll have another Manhattan, thank you. That was my mood. Yes, I'll have another. They were delicious Manhattans.
Oh, they have a great bar there. It's one of my favorite places to go. Let's see. Oh, we got an update from the Canyon.
Well, I saw this.
Canyon?
You see that?
Logan Canyon?
So this says, this is Deborah Monson. And for a second I went, who's Deborah Monson? And then I remembered.
It's our friend Deborah.
That's her new name.
She's changed her name.
Yeah.
The canyon from Brigham City to Logan is closed. Highway Patrol has the road shut down. This is the snow we were telling you was coming, and Logan has gotten hit already. Crash northbound I-15 Geneva Road in Orem off to the right shoulder. Crash eastbound SR 201 southbound I-15 in Salt Lake. Lots of crashes up in Logan. I'm not going to name all of those because the canyon's closed anyway. You can't even get up there. Roadway restriction eastbound US 89 through Sardine Canyon, Box Elder County. Let's see. Northbound Bangor Highway 31st South. And if you see something like our friend Deborah Monson did and sent that in via text at 33986, we would appreciate it. Get gifts for your music lovers at Guitar Czar in Murray, featuring a great selection of the best pro-level gear, price matching, and 18 months no-interest financing. OAC 5979 South State and GuitarZar.com.
All right, thank you very much. We have round two of your boners coming up. Big boy news and opinioendo. Bill Frost running a little late.
Is it because of the snow?
I have a TV thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
if he's late.
We're going to be talking TV coming up in a moment. Stand by.
Did you know?
Organ. Spell it with me now. O-R-G-A-N. And now we'll use it in some dialogue. Here they are then, our two Utah men, Elder LeGrand R. Dunn Jr. and his disreputable friend LeVar. Again, the word is organ.
Thanks for joining me here to the hospital and keeping me company, LeVar. Brother Jensen from my ward is having his prostate tuned up, and we're taking turns waiting at the hospital for word. He hasn't got any kin or nothing, so the elders' quorum is helping out.
Least I can do, LeGrand. You've always been a good friend to me, so I thought I could just keep you from getting bored. Hospitals give me the willies, though.
Ooh, yeah, not the best place to be spending the day, but Elder Jensen needs our support.
I always give blood, too, just as long as I'm here.
They don't let me donate blood, because of that unfortunate dose of hepatitis I had a few years
Oh,
back.
I remember. You were as yellow as a lemon for about a month.
That's right.
Looked like one of them Simpsons cartoon characters.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hand me that People magazine there, would you?
This one here with Mickey Mantle on the cover?
Yeah.
Too bad about the Mick
Yeah.
kicking off like that right after a liver transplant.
Well, he abused himself, LeVar. Smoking and drinking. You should take a listen.
My cousin up in Portland had to get a transplant. He's doing fine. That was a couple of years ago.
Oh, I didn't know you had kin up to Portland in the Northwest there.
Oh, yeah. My entire family comes from Oregon. We got started in Eugene, Oregon, but then moved to Portland, Oregon when I was just a shaver.
Well, how come you moved to Portland? Your dad get a better job?
Nah, we moved to be closer to Mom after she was committed to the Oregon State Mental Hospital just outside of Portland. Turned out okay, though, because the welfare office in Portland was open on Saturday.
By the way, LeVar, what kind of transplant did your cousin get up there in Oregon?
Hair plugs, got himself a hair transplant.
Well, that's real serious surgery.
Hey, now don't you go making light of that. Them things can get infected.
All right.
We have a giveaway.
Oh, do it.
X96 welcomes Redux Nut Cracker to Kingsbury Hall December 13th through the 23rd. Purchase your tickets now at odysseydance.com or Kingsbury Hall box office. Listen every day this week to Radio from Hell for your chance to win a pair of tickets. You can get more details at x96.com. I'm going to give you a keyword, and you'll text it to 33986 for your chance to win. The keyword is dance, D-A-N-C-E, dance. Text it to 33986.
Bill Frost is running a little bit late but he will be here in a minute. I know you have a TV thing, but I've heard from your husband's exotic food mistress.
Maggie.
Maggie, who now lives in Idaho.
Driggs.
The BYU insurance debacle.
Oh.
Or debacle, if you prefer. At first, BYU stated that they feared overwhelming the local medical services with the Medicaid expansion. The local provider said, no, that won't happen. We can handle it. There are plenty of doctors here.
Yes.
So that's not the reason. Then it was revealed, and I did read this in the story. I just didn't get to it when we were talking about it. The student insurance that BYU Idaho sells is owned by the LDS Church.
Oh, they're trying to make you
And
buy
it's-
that?
And it's more expensive.
Oh.
Well, it's obviously more expensive than Medicaid because Medicaid is.
They're
if you're
trying to
honest,
make you buy it.
In the past, the Affordable Care Act prohibited the weak, inadequate student insurance. It was non-compliant with the Affordable Care Act, but that law has now been weakened, and it is considered sufficient. So the answer to why? Because they can. Because they make money.
Ooh.
The LDS Church makes money selling that insurance. Thank you.
All tax-free, probably, too.
Thank you, Marguerite. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, so I got this text from my sister Mikkel, who
Is she the
said
good-looking one?
they are all good looking.
Oh, well, okay. If you say so.
Who said when you do your TV segment with Bill Frost on Monday, don't forget to mention the Hallmark movie. So this is Hallmark movie season.
Yeah, and they're all made here, apparently.
Well, the one that was specifically made across the street from her house in Huntsville at the Rose Compass Lodge, which I sent Katie that picture I think we could put up.
There we go.
x96.com/live. And doesn't that look like it should be in a Hallmark Christmas movie?
They have a nice tree.
It's called Check Into Christmas.
Yeah?
INN.
Front!
Julia comes home to spend the holidays with her family, running in their inn, only to get caught up in a long-standing feud with a rival business.
Woo!
To complicate matters,
yes,
the competition is an irresistible guy named Roger.
Roger?
Now, it was all filmed up in Huntsville. At this, actually, that's a really cool hotel they have there in Huntsville.
Doesn't look big enough to be a hotel.
Yeah, I mean it's Huntsville sized, but they have
What's that mean?
they have an observatory there because Huntsville is one of the dark skies.
Oh, I thought that was a grain silo.
No, it's a
There's a telescope in there?
Yeah, you can go look at stars and stuff. They have a little coffee shop there. It's nice. But I'm looking at the cast list for Check Into Christmas.
Check Into Christmas.
Now it stars Wes Brown and Rachel Boston.
Who?
You don't know who they are.
No, never heard of them.
Don't know.
Then you scroll down for the other people. You've got Richard Karn, who was on Home Improvement.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah.
I got really excited
Yeah?
because you know who else is in it?
No, I don't, Gina. Tell us.
Tim Reed.
Who?
Venus Flytrap, Bill.
Really? He's still alive.
But that was my first thought was, he's still with us.
Huh.
Okay.
Why has he not been doing things?
He is. He's in a Hallmark
apparently
movie.
he's
a wonderful actor.
He's what's the character's name again?
Venus Flytrap.
No,
In this.
in Check
Blake.
Into Christmas.
It's Blake.
He's Blake.
Blake.
Yeah. The neighbor.
Yeah.
Now there's a Hallmark movie drinking game.
Ooh.
Because there are a million of them.
Million drinking games or movies?
Movies.
Okay.
And they're all basically the same, which is why you can. So here's your drinking game.
All right.
Take a drink when a character's name is related to Christmas, like Holly or Nick or Chris.
Or Christmas tree
Or Jesus.
Candy cane or...
Okay.
Someone disses fake Christmas trees, take a drink. You spy mistletoe, take a drink. A newcomer partakes in an old family or town tradition.
Hey, that guy looks like Venus Flytrap.
You see an ugly Christmas sweater or tie. Someone gets snowed in.
Yeah.
Someone drinks hot chocolate cider or eggnog, any of those, take a drink. The big city person transplanted to a small town storyline, take a drink.
Well, they're covering all the bases. Somebody walks through a door.
A magical deal is made with Santa or an angel, take a drink. Reference to a dead relative, take a drink.
Hasn't been the same since Marjorie.
Now finish your drink when... Yeah, it is. It's like that.
That's exactly what it is.
Well,
Now-
I haven't enjoyed Christmas since she left.
Now to finish your drink, when the Christmas cynic is suddenly filled with the holiday spirit.
Which will always happen.
That's when you finish the rest of it. Or it starts snowing on Christmas Day.
Oh my!
You there, Venus flytrap! Head down and buy the goose from the butcher.
Me, sir. The one that's as big as me. Yeah, that's. So I guess Bill Frost isn't going to make it.
Well, he just pulled up. He was running that late. So
I did a perfectly fine TV segment without. So check into Christmas. It's on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody remember, Gina did a perfectly fine Christmas segment without Bill Frost.
TV segment, please.
I mean TV segment. Well, it was more of a Christmas segment than a TV segment.
He's walking up right now, so maybe we can fold him into the news somehow.
Yeah, we can do that. Those movies most made here in Utah.
They make
right?
a ton of them here.
Well, yeah, it says, I got a text here. Everyone in Hooper is excited about The Road Home to Christmas.
That's another one.
Because it was filmed at the Dino-Mart gas station down there.
Is Jared Phillips still involved in all
I think
of those?
he does
Probably.
quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know why? Because we're a very holiday-friendly town here.
Are we?
No, we're a non-union. We're a non-union
Or
state.
that.
That's why.
It could be that.
That's
the reason.
That's the big part of it. And just again, another reminder. I want to congratulate the people on Mount Doom for following, not falling for. Oops, slip.
Carrie.
They're going to see through my plan. Following through with our War on Christmas decorations. Usually, Mount Doom is lit up with Christmas decorations by now. Not so much at all.
How can we get them to turn off this Christmas tree over here on the top of the Holiday Inn Express?
Well, like I said, once we get all of our all the Democrats elected, all the godless Democrats get elected, then we make it illegal.
Yeah.
See, that's part of the plan that Mr. Soros has. Right now, we're just trying to get people to not put up their Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving.
So Bill is rushed here from the hair salon, apparently.
Yes. Got my curlers in.
Yeah. So hi.
Hello.
What happened?
Well, you get out the door a few minutes late, then you hit the traffic. It's the whole thing.
I don't recall the last time. I don't recall you ever being late before.
You've not been.
I've slept in before.
I mean, you've either showed up, not been here, or on time. It's one or the other. So,
Okay.
All right. Well, we will take a break. We'll fold you into the news.
Okay.
Somehow we'll figure that out.
Oh, I got traffic.
Oh, you do have traffic. Yeah, go ahead.
According to UDOT, roadway restrictions are in place eastbound US 89, 91 through Sardine Canyon, Box Elder County. Chains or four-wheel drive required for all vehicles. Also, there's a crash in there about westbound 4 miles from Logan. Logan's already got hit with this storm that's coming this way. Cement Dave said as flakes are falling in Layton, drive safe. We've also got, accident northbound I-15 Geneva Road in Orem. Eastbound SR 201, milepost 18, that's southbound I-15 in Salt Lake. And just a heads up for when the storm actually gets here to the Salt Lake Valley. Give yourself some space between you and the cars in front of you, especially if one of them is a plow. They need even more room, and they're heavy, and it's harder for them to stop. Enhance your board gaming game at Oasis Games. Free in-store demos of up to 300 board games you can try before you buy. Visit Oasis Games, 4 South, 275 East. Mention X96. Receive a 7 set of polyhedral dice.
All right, so we got round 2 of your boners coming up. Stand by for that, along with Big Boy News.
Here are the candidates for your boner, or the titles of your boner candidates. Number 1, hey, what you got in them goat innards, mister? Number 2, mindless yobs causing damage. And boner candidate number 3, well, when you got a gun, you just got to shoot it.
All right, round 2 of your boners, Big Boy News, all coming up after these. 3, 2, 1. BigOTires.com.
Big O Tires Black Friday sale. It's not just going to be on Black Friday. It goes through December 2nd.
Oh, good.
You can buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of tires, or get up to $120 off sets of Big O brand tires.
That's right. And that's if you use your Big O brand City Card. So winter's here. Remember, winter tires will keep your family safe. You can get winter tires, snow tires starting at just $49.99 at Big O Tires. Winter tires are a nice alternative to chains, and they're better at handling winter weather.
Well, you need a cold weather tire. It's made of different material and it reacts differently.
I just bought a set of 4 brand new Big O tires. I like the Big O brand. Put it on my Honda CRV. I was over at the location on 2nd East and South Temple, and I think the whole process, me walking in the door and going out with the new tires, maybe I was there less than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So bigotires.com for a store near you.
Radio from Hale.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we join our elders as they are drawn to a mysterious, uncharted planet.
Are you sure the weird booming voice in your head said that this was the planet?
Yeah, this is the place.
I'm getting no signs of life on this planet anywhere. Just some weird power source in a cavern well beneath the surface.
Well, we better check it out.
Wow, cool cavern. Hey, Lehigh, look. Lava lamps. Keen, huh?
Hey, Butch, you shouldn't mess around with stuff that's not ours.
Put me down.
Who said that?
It came from the lava lamp.
That is not a lava lamp. It is my receptacle. I am Calgon. Welcome to our world.
Sorry. Well, who's in the other receptacle?
That is my son, Polygon. We have resided here for 50,000 years, waiting for someone to come.
Hi, I'm Elder Chris Jansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
And we heard you call, and we're here to offer any assistance we can. How did you guys end up in these receptacle thingies anyway?
We were a proud people, so technically advanced that we would be considered gods by your standards. We could have made an operational hyperbike the size of a walnut.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't be very useful, though.
Centuries ago, our world was ravaged by war. We saw our own destruction and designed this cave to ensure the survival of our species. Of all the great minds of our world, only my son and I have survived.
Well, what do you want from us? A chance to hear the first discussion?
After 50,000 years, we wish to borrow your bodies so that we may get out and stretch our legs.
Oh, and what would happen to us?
You would occupy our receptacles during our short stay in your bodies.
Oh, hey, no way. How do we know you guys even have legs?
Come on, Butch, it'll be fun. Besides, we're here to help people.
And what guarantee do we have that you won't leave us stranded in these receptacles for the next 50,000 years?
I promise. Cross my heart.
Well, we'll have to take your word for that. Okay, we'll do it.
Oh, Father, I had forgotten what it was like to breathe the air. We have been in the receptacles for far too long.
Yes, my son, far too long. I can't wait to have a cup of coffee.
Not in my body, you don't.
And I want to get a Slurpee and give myself brain freeze.
Oh, I hate brain freeze. Hey, time's up. Get back in your receptacles.
Have Butch and Lehigh been cheated out of their bodies? Could our elders baptize a receptacle? Are they waterproof, or do they float? Will Lehigh's body get its first taste of coffee? Can Butch survive a bad case of brain freeze? Tune in next time to hear Calgon say...
Well, my son, we gave our word. It is now time to surrender their bodies and return to our receptacle.
No way! I haven't even gotten to play Nintendo yet. yet. You just want to give them back their bodies because I got the good-looking one.
Oh, how true.
On the next hip-dislocating episode of Space Elders.
All right, it's 8:21, and it is time now for round two of your boners, presenting 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your votes of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it goes up against the winner of round 1's voting. We did that an hour ago, but we will take both winners and put them against each other at 9:20 this morning. That's when boner fight happens, and you decide boner of the day. Right now, you're picking the champion for round 2, so choose strategically. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
You know, it's been a while since you've been able to win a hearty handshake from Bill Allred, and you'll have a chance to do that Wednesday. We'll be doing our show from Dave and Buster's at the Gateway. It's a annual food drive we do for the Utah Food Bank, so you can drop off some food for the food bank and come get your hearty handshake from Bill Allred.
Yeah, please bring canned goods, non-perishable foods, and frozen turkeys, and not frozen. They don't have to be frozen hams.
We'll have a refrigerated truck. We can put those in.
Yeah, so please, we really need this stuff for the food bank. It's vital. Here's boner candidate number 1. What you got in them goat innards, mister? A 71-year-old Alaska man has been arrested after he was found smuggling $400,000 worth of drugs hidden inside rotting goat intestines.
Yeah.
Senen Placencia was taken into custody Wednesday at Ted Stevens Anchorage International Airport a few months after officials opened an investigation to try to find the source of narcotics in Kodiak, Alaska. Somebody was bringing in lots of drugs into the town. At the airport last week, investigators with Alaska State Troopers searched a large box that Placencia had checked as luggage after he consented to a search. The box contained loosely wrapped frozen meat with multiple small pieces of meat frozen together, and Placencia approved letting it thaw so authorities could further investigate. And as the frozen items thawed, officials said they smelled rotting meat that apparently turned out to be goat intestines. And inside the goat intestines, yes, they found heroin and meth.
I mean, it's kind of not a bad idea to think, well, they're never going to dig through intestines to find what's in here. But they did.
He said, I bought those goat intestines for $140 from a California rancher. I was going to take them home and eat them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Boner candidate.
The same thing as these aren't my pants? Is that?
Well, I don't, he did agree all along to let them. Yeah, you can go through this.
They're just intestines.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. Here's boner candidate number 2. Mindless yobs causing damage. Shocking video captures the moment a woman rips the wiper off of an Uber car in the street and uses it as a microphone. Pretends that it's a microphone. The video, filmed in Liverpool, shows the woman stumbling across the road, holding onto a man's hand as she reaches the pavement opposite the Hard Day's Night Hotel. She stops behind a black Kia operating as an Uber. By the way, Uber has lost its license to operate in London.
I saw that.
They will continue to be able to operate while the case is heard. But as she reaches the pavement opposite the hotel, she's dressed in a bright red dress, very plunging neckline and a slit up the dress. She rips the wiper off the back of the car and uses it as a microphone and then stumbles up onto the pavement. A man comes up and puts his arm around her and steadies her, and she throws the wiper into the street and walks off. The guy who owns the car, the Uber, he comes out and he looks at his car and he says, it's getting harder and harder to make your wage being a private hire driver. We don't need mindless yobs causing damage to our cars.
Mindless yobs.
Most of us take pride in our cars. It's sickening. Boner candidate number 2, mindless yobs causing damage. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Hey, when you got a gun, you just want to shoot it.
Boner candidate number 3 for round 2. Coming up after this, big boy news and opinnuendo brought to you by.
Get gifts for your music lovers at Guitar Czar in Murray, featuring a great selection of the best pro-level gear, price matching, and 18 months no-interest financing OAC, located at 5979 South State and GuitarZar.com.
Well, Bill Frost... Did you know that Beck says he's no longer a Scientologist?
Is he out of that now?
Yeah.
Aw.
He says I'm done. I'm finished. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. He says
He married into Scientology.
I think there's a misconception that I'm a Scientologist. I'm not. I don't have any connection or affiliation with it, he said. I've pretty much just focused on my music and my work for most of my life, tended to do my own thing. I think it's something that people ran with. Well, I don't know. Why did they say?
Because his wife was Giovanni Ribisi's twin sister.
Well, she probably still is.
Well,
Giovanni
and they are longtime Scientologists. Yeah. And so when he married her,
they're divorced, and he said, I really don't have any, I have no truck with that.
Seems pretty casual on Beck's part there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way.
Yeah. I just want you to know.
I have a new album out, by the way.
Yeah. So what's coming up on TV this week?
Just a couple of things. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Mm-hmm. Somebody's dropping something. Apple TV Plus.
Oh.
Here. Just wait.
Sorry.
Okay. Servant from M. Night Shyamalan.
Carrie was showing.
It was good.
It's a creepy babysitter story with a twist and then a twist and then another twist and then almost too many twists.
It's a series. I thought it was a movie.
So did I.
It's a series, and it's already been renewed for a second season.
Which seems
like
a little overly ambitious.
Go watch the trailer. It's
but I'd have to get Apple TV. I don't want any more.
It seems like the trailer gives away a big plot point, but there's so many more coming that
apparently.
Yeah. So don't worry about that, but it's very creepy. Apple TV Plus also coming up on Friday on Amazon Prime Video, a movie starring Adam Driver, John Hamm, and Annette Bening.
Yeah, I want to see this.
It's a 9/11 conspiracy thriller called The Report.
It was out in theaters for a little while.
Briefly, yes.
And apparently it got very good reviews.
There's a lot of whisper yelling.
Yeah. And I mean, it's
not
does
like this go?
Who
do you work for?
There are not any car chases or anything like that.
No, but a lot of whisper yelling.
I like whisper yelling.
A lot of drama.
Very drama. And also on Friday, I'm pretty excited about this, even though I'm not usually into DC cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, animation. Harley Quinn.
Oh, now this is not for kids.
No, it is not.
Who's showing it?
You need to know this.
DC Universe.
It's a streaming service.
It's another one. That's another one, Bill. Sorry.
Yeah.
We lost Bill. He did.
I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, voiced by Kaylee Waka from the Big Bang Theory, in a cast of dozens.
Will there be any whisper yelling?
Yes. Alan Tudyk, Christopher Maloney, Giancarlo Esposito, J.B. Smoove,
Wow.
a lot of people.
Alan Tudyk is the Joker.
Yes, very good Joker, too.
He does a very interesting take on the Joker. He doesn't copy anybody. He's doing kind of his own thing, and it's interesting.
And it's very profane, very violent, and very funny.
Yeah.
It's like very comedy heavy.
I don't know why they didn't get Mark Hamill to be the Joker.
He can't do everything. He can't be everywhere.
He can be the Joker whenever he wants.
But yeah, I definitely recommend that if you get the DC Universe.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is it for like new things dropping this week. There's a few more things coming next week as well, like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's coming back for a third season.
Third season, something called The Moody's, a Christmas miniseries on Fox starring Dennis Leary.
It's a mini series.
Yes, it's about.
I thought it was just a movie or something, but
It's over a few nights. It's like a long movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, check into Christmas on the
Next
Hallmark
Tuesday?
Channel.
Okay.
Check. Oh, people want that drinking game. by
I
the
posted it on Twitter and Facebook.
So it's the Hallmark, not the Lifetime channel, because
this
they're
is-
basically in a war for Christmas on those two channels.
way. It's the war for Christmas.
They crank out dozens of these things every year.
Do I have to have a streaming service to watch it?
No, it's just
Okay,
regular.
then I will.
Regular old cable.
I'm going to watch all of them then.
And even Netflix has gotten into that game as well. They're cranking out Christmas movies.
Yep. There's a lot of money to be made.
And they're all made just north of here.
Yep. No unions. All right. More news.
Let's see, Salt Lake City. You know, you see them around town, homeless people with shopping carts.
Mm-hmm.
They are valuable to the homeless people. They use them a lot, but they're also valuable to the stores.
Sure.
And stores are trying to solve these problems, and so they hire third-party companies to go out and round up the shopping carts and take them away from homeless people.
I mean, that seems a little harsh.
Well, but that's what they do.
Well, a lot of them have those ones that like lock up when you take them out of the parking lot. That helps prevent that from happening.
I hate those. I don't know. A lot of people, they used to have more of them, and then now they don't have as many because they don't work. They fail all the time, and you're stuck with a shopping cart in the store that's like a wheel won't go. Taking a shopping cart from a store is technically theft. But Dave Davis, president of the Utah Food Industry Association, said most retailers in the state aren't interested in pressing charges against people. He said, that's not going to do us any good. They don't have money anyway. There's the compassionate side of retailers that say, why in the world would we prosecute a homeless person? We just want our property back. But so this one guy is his job. He said, I collect 100 carts a day.
Wow.
100 a day. He starts at 3 a.m. Going around collecting them, and he finds the carts from Smith's, Winco, Walmart, and he puts them all in his truck and takes them back to the stores.
I mean, it's their property, I guess.
Joe Biden is having a tough time in Iowa. He's struggling with his campaign there. He's not doing as well as he should in Iowa, and they're trying to figure out how to right the Biden ship. Well, if you think there isn't climate change, there are some communities in the Florida Keys. 82 days their streets have been underwater.
Yeah.
They have to, like a guy who'll leave his house and he has to have shorts and rubber boots to go to work where he has to wear a suit. So he'll wear his, there's a picture at x96.com/live. It's been that way for 82 days.
Wow.
Now, they said, we get this flooding periodically, and we're used to that, having it come and happen a couple of days. And but now it's just been constant for 82 days. They say, I think it's climate change. What else would it be? So what do you want to do for Thanksgiving? You want to travel? The TSA is Transportation Security Administration says there's going to be a huge travel day. 26.8 million Thanksgiving travelers flying between November 22nd, so a couple of days ago, and December 2nd. But they're hoping to expedite the influx of airline flyers by issuing a couple of warnings about your carry-on turkey policy.
Okay.
So the TSA says pies, cakes, stuffing mix, casseroles are all good in carry-on bags because they're solid food items. However, if you try to bring on things such as gravy, cranberry sauce, wine, jam, all should go into a checked bag. They are not considered solids. So you can't have liquids but with you. So those things are considered liquids. And so they have to be checked.
So the thinking is, they're not going to have my store there, so I got to bring my
Oh,
stuff.
it's Mom's famous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the secret ingredients.
Basically, if you can spill it, spray it, spread it, pump it, or pour it, then it's not solid and should be packed in a checked bag.
Well, then pumpkin pies should not be allowed.
Well, it says pies are okay.
I know they said that, but pumpkin pies, I think, are liquid.
If you want to take your carving knife, you have to put it in your checked luggage. Okay, cooked turkeys can be carried on, so you can have a carry-on bag with a cooked turkey in it. And which part of the turkey, by the way, is healthier, the white meat or the dark meat?
You'd think the white, right?
Most people go for white meat. I don't.
I don't.
I like the dark meat.
Dark.
It's juicier. And it has more flavor, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Most people go for the white meat because of its reputation of being a great source of lean protein, said Dana Harrison, the nutritionist behind Eats to Know. However, she points out this may not necessarily mean it's a better choice. The actual calorie difference in the two cuts of meat are pretty minimal. A 3-ounce serving of any part of the turkey falls within a range of 160 to 190 calories.
It's Thanksgiving. Don't calorie count on. Just eat what you want to eat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, great advice. Great advice.
It's a celebration. You want to spend your
slippery slope to the end of the year, Gina.
No kidding. There are a lot of people.
Enjoy yourself.
This is when they start counting calories for cereal.
Enjoy yourself. Don't spend your Thanksgiving counting calories. Jeez.
Dark meat has the same amount of protein per ounce as white meat, but it may be more healthy for you. But this woman says, don't spend too much of your time and energy on these decisions. Holidays are centered on food, and having restricting thoughts about going into them can make them more stressful and less enjoyable.
That's what I said.
I shouldn't eat
I'm
this.
not even an expert.
I shouldn't eat this. Focus on mindful eating. Be present. So, Gina, be mindful eating.
I am present with my stuffing.
Be
I
present.
am there. I'm not watching TV.
Be present.
I'm
How about your yams?
Focused on the stuffing.
You have your yams. Got to make sure be mindful about all of this stuff.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
Utah Jazz are on the road. They play the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at 6 o'clock. And go Utes. Go Utes. Please be in the Rose Bowl, please.
Go Utes.
I don't want to go to the Peach Bowl.
I think they'd rather be in the playoffs, the big playoff.
Well, it means more, of course.
It does.
If they could do me a favor and go to the Rose Bowl, I would appreciate it. Weather, we keep getting reports from friends of the program further north of here that say it's snowing up here. The snow is here, and it's coming this way, I guess. We're in a winter weather advisory today, tonight, tomorrow, going into Wednesday. So there's 2 different storm systems actually coming through.
Okay.
So there'll be a break in between, but it's snowy throughout the week. Today, a high only of 40. And we say 100% chance of getting some amount of snow today in the Salt Lake Valley.
Nicole is reporting that it has hit Ogden, the snow.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
And a semi-jackknifed in Sardine Canyon, and they've completely closed it. So if you make that part of your commute, don't, because you're not getting up there right now. We've got a crash northbound I-215 west at 39th South. Got a crash northbound I-15 Geneva Road in Orem. Actually, things in the Wasatch Front fairly light crash-wise so far. But as soon as the snow gets here, make sure you leave some extra room between you and the car in front of you, and be especially mindful when the plows are out. They need a lot more room, and they are a lot heavier than you are, and it takes them longer to stop. So give it some space. That's traffic.
All right.
Here's boner candidate number 3. When you got a gun, you just want to shoot it. A 10-year-old boy in Mount Pleasant, Utah, was shot in the shoulder Saturday after police say target shooters were shooting toward the highway in San Pete County. What we are dealing with are a couple of individuals that were recklessly, negligently shooting toward a roadway, and they were shooting high-powered weapons, which we believe that weapon, due to their recklessness and negligence, ended up discharging into the arm of a juvenile young man, said Ken Daniels in a tortured way. Let me read that sentence again. What we are dealing with are a couple of individuals that were reckless, negligently shooting toward a roadway, and they were shooting high-powered weapons, and we believe that weapon, due to their recklessness and negligence, ended up discharging into the arm of the juvenile young man, Sanpete County attorney said. According to the Sanpete Sheriff's Office, the boy was in a vehicle traveling on U.S. Highway 89, 1:30 in the afternoon, just north of Mount Pleasant, when a bullet came through the windshield and hit him in the shoulder. You remember this happened up on Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
And a kid was killed because, now they weren't target shooting toward the road, or they were target shooting to where a family was camped or was in their car looking at autumn leaves or
You
something.
always know what's on the other side of what you're shooting at.
Circumstances surrounding the incident are being investigated. It's to be expected when you're driving along your inside. When you're driving down the road, you don't, come on. You want to get shot in the shoulder. Now, the kid will survive, but geez, really?
Yeah.
Well, when you got a gun, you just want to shoot it.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. What you got in them goat intestines, mister? An Alaska man arrested for smuggling drugs inside rotting goat intestines. Boner candidate number 2. Mindless yobs causing damage. A woman ripping off a windshield wiper off of an Uber on a night out, using it as a microphone. It's having fun. And boner candidate number 3. Well, when you got a gun, you just want to shoot it.
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these three candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to Boner Fight and possibly become Boner of the Day. If it wins here, it'll go up against winner of round 2's voting. Or this is round 2, round 1's voting. We'll take both of those winners and put them against each other for Boner Fight at 9:20. That's when you'll decide Boner of the Day. So right now, you're picking the champion for round 2. Choose strategically 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text. That's all we need. The computer counts that single digit. Text it to 33986. Or call Katie 877-602-9696. Use your voice. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting November 25, 2019. Vote there. You've got 3.5 minutes to do it, so let's go. This is round 2. All right, UtahAdvocates.com.
Now, if you get hurt in an accident, this is who you want to call. If you think that you have some grievance, and you'll kind of know, you say, this is not going right. This is not going well. The results of this accident are not going well.
And that could be somebody else's insurance if they injured you, but it could be your own insurance company is giving you a hard time about paying your bills.
So you call the advocates at 801-355-5550 and talk to them on the phone and they can tell you pretty much when you explain things to them whether they think you have a case or not. And if they do, they'll say, come on into the office, we'll talk about it some more, we'll prepare the case. They won't charge you any money unless they get you a settlement from the insurance companies. That's Utah Advocates, the law firm of Driggs, Bills, and Day. They do really good work. They're a small firm and they care about you. Give them a call, 801-355-5550, or chat feature online, UtahAdvocates.com.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we find Butch and Lehigh on Starbase 182 around lunchtime.
Hey, Lehigh, what's up? You haven't been yourself lately. You seem a little under the weather. Here, I replicated you some lunch. This should put you back on your feet. It's your favorite.
Oh, plomeek soup?
No, macaroni and cheese with little hot dog bits in it. Man, you are sick. I'm taking you to the sick bay.
Are you sure that would be the logical thing to do?
Huh? Come on! What is it, Doc? What's wrong with Lehigh?
Elder Christiansen here is suffering from plateau.
Plateau? What on earth is that?
Not plateau. Plateau.
Oh.
The blood fever. It's not of Earth, my dear Butch. It's a Vulcan disorder. Lehigh here is in the early stages of Ponfar.
But Doc, look at my companion. I mean, his ears aren't pointy. The blood sample you took from him was red, not green. He's not a Vulcan.
Have the two of you come in contact with any Vulcans recently?
Well, we met with that nice Ambassador Spock fella.
Was there anything unusual about this meeting?
No, we talked for a while. He mind melded with Lehigh and then sent us packing like everybody else.
Mind melded with a Vulcan? Oh, dear.
Well, he said it would be the fastest way for us to tell him about the gospel.
Now, what's this got to do with Lehigh losing his appetite and then resetting the environmental controls in our apartment up to Moab standard temperatures?
Ponfar is the Vulcan mating ritual. Unless the individual who's suffering from the blood fever gets to Vulcan in time, he will die.
I still don't understand how Lehigh contracted this blood fever thing anyway.
The Vulcan who did the mind meld must have transferred it into the Lehigh's mind during the meld. No matter how he contracted it, you must get to Vulcan within the next 72 hours or your companion will be dead.
Okay, Vulcan it is. Come on, Lehigh, we better get going.
But Vulcan isn't in our Tracton area. We're not supposed to go outside of this quadrant. You know the rules. Zone Leader Hansen would never approve of us making a personal visit to Vulcan.
Oh, to heck with Hansen. They can send us both home if they want to. I just want to make sure you go home breathing.
Will our elders get to Vulcan in time to save Lehigh? Will Zone Leader Hansen get them sent home for leaving the quadrant? Will Ambassador Spock apologize for giving Lehigh plateau? What is exactly in Plomeek soup anyway? Tune in next time to hear Butch say,
Hold on, Lehigh. Just a couple more hours and we'll be on Vulcan.
Butch, wouldn't it be more logical to reduce our speed to warp 6 in order to make the best possible speed while reducing the stress on the dilithium crystals?
Oh.
On the next mind-melding episode of Space Elders!
Boners.
And that's brought to you in part by Tater Tots.
And enhance your board gaming game at Oasis Games. Free in-store demos of up to 300 board games you can try before you buy. Visit Oasis Games, 4 South, 275 East. Mention X96. Receive a 7 set of polyhedral dice.
Boner candidate number 1. Hey, what you got in them goat intestines? Drugs. An Alaska man arrested for smuggling drugs inside of rotting goat intestines. Boner candidate number 2. Mindless yobs causing damage. Woman ripping the wiper off of a guy's Uber car and on a night out and using it as a microphone. She was just having some fun, you know. By the way, I watched a little bit of the video of that, and it took her some effort to rip that off.
It wasn't just like casually walking by. And...
No. And which I thought was weird that she just kept at it. And boner candidate number 3, well, when you got a gun, you just got to shoot it, you know? 10-year-old kid hit by a stray bullet in Sanpete County, hit him in the shoulder. He will survive, but negligent target shooters shooting toward the highway. And the winner. I'm surprised that number 1 did as well as it did. When you got, what do you got in them goat intestines? Got a lot of votes. It shouldn't have. I think the only one that should have gotten votes is the one that won, though. Voter candidate number 3, when you got a gun, you just want to shoot it.
All right. That's the winner of round 2. It now goes forward. Might be boner of the day. Goes up against, this is going to be a good boner fight, I think. You're thinking about the first candidate.
The first one was...
So boner fight will happen at 9:20. That's when you'll decide boner of the day.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be a good one. All right. Yes, Geek News brought to you by...
Cabin Fever, serving the Wasatch Front for over 35 years, wants to take a second and say thank you for continued support. Located in historic Trolley Square, 5th South, 7th East. Cabin Fever, so much more than a card store.
All right. Brand new episode of GeekShowPodcast.com available now. Name of the episode is Cosmic Rod.
Hello, I'm Cosmic Rod.
Nope, it's a thing.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's real.
I'm sure it is.
He doesn't do drive time somewhere.
Hey, Cosmic Rod, coming at you with all the hits.
No, he'd do a nighttime show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Play the
Cosmic
jams,
Rod.
right?
Yeah, Cosmic Rod, tracking through this side of the album.
Yeah, we're going to play the entire B-side of Dark Side of the Moon coming up. I'm Cosmic Rod. FM. All right. Yes, I've been. was warned this morning as soon as I got up and checked my messages that I need to be prepared for the episode of Watchmen that was on last night.
It was very good,
and very excited about it. And apparently, it delves into a character from the, as we call them, the sacred texts,
the Minutemen.
It was a really interesting way to get the backstory on this character.
And that's the thing is that this character, Hooded Justice is who we're talking about, didn't really have an origin in the sacred texts.
Ooh.
So when I heard that well, there was just theories. When I heard that it was the origin story of this particular character, I was very excited. But speaking of the sacred texts,
you know what's funny how, and this is not a spoiler, how they do what they do. They show them watching a TV show about Hooded Justice, which is a fictional thing.
Yes.
And then they show the real origin story.
You can read the sacred texts for free if you are an Amazon Prime member. Well, for free. I guess it's not for free, but apparently you can. Lindsay says that Watchmen is now free to read with an Amazon Prime membership. Huh. So if you are watching this show and have not read the sacred texts, and there are a lot of people who are.
Yeah, I've read it, but not for a long time, so I should go look at it again.
So go and take a look at it.
I'll do that.
All right. Let's see. We've got a couple of things. People are really excited about Star Wars because it's coming. You know, The Rise of Skywalker is coming very soon, a few weeks from now. And The Mandalorian has made people interested in Star Wars again. There is a 2.5-minute video that you should go online. It's on YouTube. It's called Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker Special Look.
This phenomenon is captivating the nation with
It's not a preview of the movie. It's kind of a 2.5-minute historical. This is the effect it's had on pulp culture kind of
Star
thing.
Wars.
217, take 9.
And 3, 2, 1, action!
I was 11 years old. It was in a magazine, and I remember seeing the words and saying aloud, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Have you even seen Star Wars?
She's never seen Star Wars?
Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars.
Star Wars is just an important part of everyone's history.
He signed his action figure.
Right here.
So it's just kind of a fun little thing to look at, something to distract you while
I'm
you.
so glad they included the Arrested Development
Yes,
reference in there.
Exactly. So yeah, you're not working at work. You're watching videos at work, and so go watch that. Another thing you can go and watch today is we had apparently the mid-season finale of Walking Dead last night.
No, I think we.
Or was it the season finale?
No, mid-season.
Mid-season.
So I don't even think it's that. I think there might be more. I've lost track.
I'll let you know. But they have announced the new Walking Dead series. So we have
Fear.
We have classic Walking Dead, the classic flavor.
Original flavor. Yes.
Original flavor. And then we have the extra crispy Fear the Walking Dead.
Which I've given up on.
That's what made me stop watching both of them. It really is that.
Damn hot air balloon.
You're still very upset about that, aren't you? Well, we now have the official announcement and trailer of the next Walking Dead series called World Beyond.
The end of the world was our beginning.
Now, what sets this series apart is that it centers on mostly young people who have grown up in this.
So it's like Judith.
It's kind of like that's all we know.
Yeah.
You know. But we're going to get also a better look at where that helicopter came from. That's all I'm saying. Since you guys don't watch it anymore, you don't need to know.
I watched the
original,
the
original
old school.
flavor.
Yeah.
When the helicopter came.
How's Rick doing these days?
Well, we'll find out someday in a movie.
Yeah, that was the mid-season finale last night.
Mid-season finale last night. Okay.
It was a very anticlimactic. That's why I didn't register it.
It didn't register?
Yeah.
I got a couple of them, plus Ray Donovan's back, so I got too many shows. Yeah. This is very exciting. This cast for the Batman movie keeps getting better and better, and they're all incredible actors. We just got announced one of the bad guys is going to be John Turturro. Has been cast. He will be playing Carmine Falcone, who is a reoccurring Batman mobster from
That's a
from
painfully
Gotham.
mobster name.
Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
It is a little heavy-handed, isn't it? But so you look at this cast. You got Andy Serkis as Alfred, Colin Farrell as Hot Penguin. That's what your daughter called. I have to call because Rebecca insists. Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and Robert Pattinson as the Batman. So the cast keeps getting bigger, and better and better.
Do we know Robert Pattinson?
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson?
I thought you said Pattinson.
No. He did.
I did.
Okay.
It's Robert.
It's Robert Pattinson.
So should we call the movie The Patman?
It's like Batfleck. Remember?
I see what's happening.
Remember when we had Batfleck?
I got
Yeah,
you.
you know.
I got you.
Crash northbound I-250 west at 39th South. Crash northbound I-15 at Geneva Road in Orem. And let's see, we've got, still Sardine Canyon is closed. They had a jackknifed semi go through there. And lots of snow up in Logan so far, and it's making its way south. We've heard from friends of the program saying, I've got flakes in Layton and Ogden and a bunch of flakes. Thank you. Continue to send that stuff in to us, 33986.
All right. Thank you very much. We will take a break. We will be back. We got live potty breaks on. So you may not want to go, you may want to go potty now.
Sure.
So that you can hear the potty
Potty
breaks on.
quickly.
We got Parkway Avenue coming up in a moment, and they're going to be one of our opening acts for our Nightmares Before Xmas
Toyota
shows.
Nightmares Before Xmas
Thank you
shows.
very much. So stand by for that. Brooklinen.com is the website to go to. My sheets, I love my Brooklinen sheets, and my dog is a space hog because of my Brooklinen sheets. But they're having a big deal happening on their website. It's time to gift the ones that you love, or better yet, yourself. That's self-care. Something a little cozier like bedding, loungewear, towels, and more. And lucky for you, Brooklinen is having their biggest sale yet this Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Home of the internet's and my dog Ripley's favorite sheets. But they've gone beyond the bedroom now. They are offering stuff for your bathroom, towels, shower curtains, bath mats. These are all great gifts for the holiday season. Ultra soft loungewear makes it feel like you've never left the bed. So if you like softness, comfort, essentials to help you relax, Brooklinen has it all. Brooklinen.com saving their biggest sale ever. It's happening right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Brooklinen so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. But the only way to get access to their biggest event ever and free shipping is to go to brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com before December 3rd. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Our elders have just rendezvoused their warp-capable 10-speed bikes with the USS Pork Rind, a small craft manned, if you will excuse the misuse of the term, by pigs. Not your ordinary run-of-the-mill pigs, mind you, but sentient, talking pigs. Pigs in space!
Welcome aboard, gentlemen. I am Captain Link Hogthrob, commander of the USS Pork Rind. This is my first officer, Miss Piggy. And that pig over there is our ship's physician, Dr. Strangepork.
Hello, elders.
Hi, I'm Elder Chris Jensen, and this is my companion, Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
We have heard tales of your exploits from other space vessels.
Yes. Is it true that your church provides for eternal marriages?
Well, yes, ma'am, it is.
Eternal meaning in this life, in the next life, and forever and ever? Kind of like syndication?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Would the frog, I mean the groom, in question have to be a willing participant?
That's the way it's usually done.
All right, let's cut to the chase here. Does the Mormon Church recognize marriages between beings from different species?
Well, such as...
Pigs and frogs, you idiot! Don't you ever watch the show?
Well, I believe that you'd have to seek the counsel of your bishop. I don't think we're authorized to make such a decision here in the field.
I think we've reached the point in the sketch where I
Begin to assault our guest with karate chops.
No, wait. I think I can shed some light on the subject. Now, both you and the frog in question are made of flannel and have men's hands up your...
Elder Jensen!
No, what I mean is that you're both Muppets, and therefore not different species. I mean, I see no reason why you can't be sealed to one another.
Oh, Captain Hogthrob can marry people! You guys wait right here while I find my Kermie!
Will Elder Jensen get sent home for telling pigs and frogs that they can marry one another? Will Captain Link Hogthrob get sent home for marrying a pig and a frog? Will Kermit the Frog find a way to get our elders off the Muppet Show and back into normal space? Find the answers to these and far more exciting questions on the next tail-curling episode of Space Elders!
Oh.
Let's see. December 3rd is the Toyota Nightmare, the X96 Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas show with Offspring. That's the 3rd, right?
That's the 3rd.
And,
Well, we have 2 of them.
Yeah. The one there, the night before, December 2nd, the Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas show is the 1975, and we have an opening band for them now.
Well, I don't know how, but they found me as one of the opening bands, but we have opening band.
Yeah, but for the Offspring show, we didn't know who was going to open until now. We do. It's Parkway Avenue. They're a band from Alpine, Utah, and 2 of the members of the band are here in the studio, Noah and Cale. You couldn't have 2 names that were more generational, right? Than Noah and Cale. And who else is in the band? What other names?
There's Lance Devitt and then Kendall Jameson.
Lance and Kendall, Noah and Cale.
Yep.
Alpine boys through and through, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. There you
Heck
go.
yeah. See? There you go.
Everything right there.
I'm looking at your Spotify here, and your album that you have on Spotify is called Row Your Own Boat.
Yeah.
And I really like the cover. It's a couple of you. Is it the 2 of you?
Yeah, it's 2 of us and then Lance.
There are 3 of you, yeah. Sitting in a canoe in the middle of the street.
Yep.
With the beautiful mountain in the background. Is that Alpine in the background?
That's the Alpine Mountain.
Yeah. And it's really it's kind of cool. Although I would say it should be, you don't row a canoe. You're sitting in a canoe.
You don't row a canoe?
You don't row. No, you paddle a canoe.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, Bill, you're ruining it for them.
It should have been paddle your own canoe.
Yeah.
Or you should have had a damn rowboat. Okay.
We took that canoe out of somebody's yard, so we did what we could.
They
man.
made the best out of what they had.
Excellent.
We had some little plastic canoe, and we were looking for
Yeah,
one.
No one can hear you.
We don't. You don't have a microphone.
So we had some little plastic canoe, and then we ended up finding this big metal canoe in just somebody's yard, and they were walking around. We went up and asked them,
"Can we take your canoe?
Hey, can we have your canoe?" It's the middle of dead winter, and they're like, "Why the hell do you want our canoe?"
You told them, and they said, "Sure."
Mom,
like,
some rock
okay.
band wants our canoe.
So now, you guys are going to do a song. It's called "Moving On."
Yeah.
And now this is just you with the guitar, Noah.
Yeah.
When you guys perform, you're all amplified and ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a new song that nobody's heard before. So
No one is. Wow. All
so
right.
So
it's premiere.
Well, let's see how it goes then.
Yeah,
Shall we? Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
So you're moving on with life. 24 hours and you've moved mine. And so I heard you found somebody else. Did he replace everything you once felt? So you're just moving on with life. There you go, but my heart still holds tight. And now I don't even know what to say. You let me go, you paid me twice in a day. I see you around, I don't even know your face. Been here before, yeah, it's a familiar place. And so you're just moving on with life. There you go, but my heart still holds tight. I wish I would have died. So you're just moving on with life. So you're just moving on with life. I wish I would have stayed. Yeah. I wish I would have stayed.
Nice.
So this
Lovely.
This person singing this song
Mm-hmm.
is about to evaporate in thin air.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like so ephemeral. It was lovely. It was
Bill
very
liked
nice.
it, is what he's trying to say.
This person was it sounds as though he's just about to just disappear,
Yeah.
like a candle flame being blown out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wrote this song last Saturday morning, so 2 days ago.
So who's the person that broke your heart so bad?
Oh,
it is because it's real, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. But
you don't have to name them.
Yeah, I'm good now. It's just
Okay.
good to get that out.
Oh, okay. It's
I
like
hope-
therapy. Yeah, that's good.
Now, Cale, his friend in the band here, patted him on the shoulders.
Aw.
They're brothers. Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but it's still kind of an open wound.
She doesn't
'cause
deserve
That's
you.
the thing, man. Is like, I mean, like it happens to everybody, and everybody goes through heartbreak. So that's why I wrote about it. I'm like, it's super relatable.
Yeah. So how old are you guys? How old are you?
I'm 17. I just turned 17.
Jeez.
We're both 17.
Both 17?
Get out of here. It's Parkway Avenue. Come back when you're a man, damn it.
I did. But the heartbreak, of course.
I was
I'm
gonna
a
say,
man.
he'll
And now you have to say to me, "Shut up, boomer." Tell me a little bit about the name of the band, Parkway Avenue.
Yeah.
Anything behind that?
Yeah, we started in my friend's basement, which was on this road called Parkway, and so we were just going to call it Parkway, but then we moved to my house, which is on
Some avenue.
Yeah, on some avenue. So we just put it together. I
Okay.
thought, oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Well, it was a lovely song. I'm looking forward to hearing you all amplified up and doing your thing. What do you play, Cam?
I play the bass guitar.
Okay.
Bass. All right.
You got drums and another guitar, right? All right. Well, nice to you're opening for the Offspring. It's the X96 Toyota Nightmare Before Xmas show, December 3rd.
Tickets are still available.
All right.
We'll see you then.
We'll see you next week, you guys.
See you guys then.
All right. It's Parkway Avenue. We will take a break. We will be back with your boner fight. Stand by for that, along with a reasonable amount of news. All that on the way. Scott Hale, Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Oh, yeah, Scott Hale. Listen, but they're giving away that furnace. That's a big deal. Scott Hale giving away a furnace.
You can nominate a deserving family.
Exactly. Plumbing, Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air partnering with us. They will give away a brand new Lennox furnace to the most deserving family in Utah that we can find. But we need your help in deciding. So you go to x96.com. You'll find out where to nominate a family for a new furnace from Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Don't forget they have the $44 furnace tune-up right now. $100 off a $300 repair at Scott Hale. Or if you need a furnace replacement yourself, you will save $500 right now on your furnace. I think I have a Lennox. They put a Lennox into my house a few years ago, and it has just been absolutely trouble-free, and it's quiet. I remember when I first moved in, that furnace we had was a big old rattly old furnace. So call Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air, 801-264-HALE. That's 264-HALE.
The X96 Toyota Nightmare Before X.
Flay. Flay. Spell it with me now. F-L-A-Y. And now we'll use it in some dialogue as LeVar and LeGrand have gone to the food court at the mall for lunch. Again, the word is flay.
Oh, I am full. That was a mighty good meal, LeVar.
Yeah, pretty good.
Hey, you think that me having a large order of chili cheese fries at the A&W was good for me?
Well, I don't know if it's good for you or bad for you, but you eating them is bad for me. I mean, we're going to have to drive home with the windows of the pickup rolled down for sure. What a smell.
Sorry. Well, I wonder if them fries was good for Mart. I'm kind of getting chest painy since I ate them.
Probably just some big old gas bubble trapped near your left ventricle. You know, you should have had what I had for lunch. A hard, healthy sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Eating them fries was worse for you than eating a big old hunk of filet mignon. All that fry grease is going to go right to your arteries.
Oh, hey, how come they call a filet mignon a filet mignon?
I don't know. I guess because it's a flame-broiled piece of meat that is so thick and heavy that when you eat it, you get sleepy and start to yawn. Therefore, i.e. and etc., a filet mignon.
Oh, filet mignon.
Yeah, filet mignon.
Ooh, looky here. Here's a blood pressure machine here to the drugstore in the mall. Let's see. Let's pop in a quarter, and I'll check my blood pressure. See if them fries has pushed it up any.
All right, go ahead.
I'm sort of not feeling too good.
Put the quarter in there, then. Let's put it in. Go.
You'll have to squeeze your forearm a little. You must be absolutely still but relaxed during the test.
What's it mean? It's going to squeeze your arm there.
What's it doing now? It's like clamped down on me like some kind of ferocious animal.
I don't know. What? Oh my God! What's this flashing light mean?
I don't know, but
it's flashing real fast.
It feels like my heart is starting to speed up really fast.
You don't look so good, LeGrand.
I'm feeling kind of weak and pale, like.
What? You're pale. You're drooling. What's wrong with you?
I'm not feeling too well. Get my arm out of here.
I can't get your arm out. It's stuck on there.
Can't take this anymore. It's squeezing my arm too hard. I'm feeling faint. Everything's going kind of black.
Somebody call the paramedics.
Test is finished. I will display the results. Let me remove your forearm. I didn't get enough information that time to give you accurate readings for everything. If you want to try again, push the start button to begin the test.
No fetching way. I'm not going through that again.
You said you didn't get it right the first time.
I'm not going through that again. Let's just run over to the Chick-fil-A and get me a soft serve ice cream.
Okay. All right, we will get to Boner Fight coming up here in, well, it looks like about 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes. So this is more than just a reasonable amount of news. I'd call it,
in for.
But it's not quite big boy news in Innuendo. It's somewhere in between.
I don't know if I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. I'll get there.
You got to think on your news feet.
I'll be there.
All right. Brought to you by
Katrubas Volkswagen, Northern Utah's hometown Volkswagen dealership, right in the heart of Layton, 1230 North Main Street, between Antelope and Hillfield Road. Free oil changes for life.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not ready. I was thinking I'd get more of an intro.
Oh, I can get you another one.
Give me one more.
Give you one more?
Well, I got this big news.
What's the big news?
From Ed Brass. He said, this is bigger than Idris Elba having a bad day.
Really?
Yes, it is. Congratulations are in order. Hoda Kotb, Today Show co-host,
Yes.
is engaged.
Oh, nice.
Kotb, who is 55, and her longtime financier, beau. I don't know if it's her longtime financier who became her beau, or if it's her, anyway.
I think he's Bo first, financier second.
Is his name Bo?
Joel Schiffman.
Oh, Joel.
He is 61. Will walk down the aisle, she confirmed on the morning show Monday. I guess today. The mom of two said that Mr. Schiffman proposed while they were having a little dinner on the beach, saying to her, "Be my wife."
Sounds like an order.
She added, "He said some beautiful things. My heart has literally been pounding."
Oh.
She told her excited co-hosts, which I don't know who they are now.
I think it's Jenna Bush.
Since Kathy Lee left. I don't know.
Is one of them?
I don't know.
I was totally shocked. He had a good poker face, she said. Ms. Kotb, noted that the pair, who have been together for 6 years now, hadn't told her daughters, Haley Joy, who is 2, and Hope Catherine, who she adopted in April. We're trying to figure out that part, she said. So is her daughter with this guy?
No, they're both adopted.
Oh, okay. But she adopted them while she was with him?
Apparently, but...
back in 2016, Kotb announced on Sirius's XM, The Hoda Show. She gets her own show?
Well, she's Hoda.
Of course, everybody gets a show on Sirius. The Hoda Show, that she would be moving in with her boyfriend of then 3 years, Mr. Schiffman. It's a little weird to be in your 50s and say, like, hey, we're moving in. I don't. So, anyway, there you go. She was previously married to someone named Burzus Kanga.
Okay.
Burzus Kanga.
How do you spell Hoda?
Hoda.
Just Hoda?
Yeah, Hoda.
Like it sounds. Hoda.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some kind of fancy spelling.
Hoda. And Kotb has it's Kotb. It's Egyptian, I believe.
Yep.
Well, I thought this was the truth. This may be true, and it's now been confirmed. Donald Trump is the chosen one. He is the one chosen by God.
By God, you
to
say.
do great things. That's according to his Secretary of Energy, Rick Perry. In the preview of an interview shown on Fox News on Sunday night, the advisor, who has drawn scrutiny for his role in the Ukraine scandal, also compared the U.S. President, Donald Trump, to a number of biblical kings.
I am the chosen one.
God used imperfect people all throughout history, Mr. Perry told the broadcaster. King David wasn't perfect.
Imperfect
Saul
is
wasn't
the
perfect.
kindest way
Solomon
I can describe him.
wasn't perfect. He revealed that he gave Mr. Trump a little one-pager on those Old Testament kings about a month ago, to further feed his ego that he is like an Old Testament king.
I am the chosen one.
I shared it with him and said, Mr. President, I know there are people that say you were the chosen one, and I said, you were.
And I know nothing.
I said, if you're a believing Christian, you understand God's plan for people who rule and judge over us on this planet in our government. After the interview was teased on Fox and Friends, journalist Ed Henry claimed that Mr. Perry said the president was, quote, sent by God to do great things.
Okay, so using this logic, doesn't that mean that Obama was chosen by God?
No, he was of the devil, Kerry. This is the first president we've had chosen by God.
How was the devil able to choose?
How do you think
for 2 terms?
How do you think that? How do you think that Donald? Well, that's why Donald Trump needed to be here.
Why wouldn't God? You think God could choose every time?
How do you think?
I would think because it's one nation under God. He's on our money.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand.
Well,
God was looking and saying, "This is enough. I can't let these people elect their own president anymore." And the proof of that is Donald Trump did not win the popular vote because God intervened. He said he didn't win the popular vote. I have to intervene here.
I have a quote from the chosen one that I think sums up this entire argument.
I love the poorly educated.
There you go.
By the way, this Navy SEAL that Donald Trump is insisting on helping against the wishes of the Secretary of the Navy, who has now, he's been fired by the Secretary of Defense. I believe he was on his way resigning when that happened.
It was a race to see who could
get
him out first.
You can't quit. I fire you.
Yeah.
But the president of the Defense Department leadership has been at odds with the president since November 15th, when Trump, over the objections of the Pentagon, reversed the demotion of this guy, Chief Eddie Gallagher, and pardoned 2 other service members, overruling military leaders who sought to punish them. All 3 were lionized by conservative commentators who portrayed them as war heroes, unfairly prosecuted for actions taken in the heat of battle. Chief Gallagher was turned in by his own platoon last spring. Several fellow SEALs reported that he had shot civilians and killed a captive Islamic State fighter with a custom hunting knife during a deployment to Iraq in 2017.
His own unit said this is a bad guy.
He was also charged with obstruction of justice for threatening to kill Navy SEALs who reported him.
Wow.
At trial, he was acquitted of all charges except one, for which he was demoted, bringing discredit to the armed forces by posing for photos with the teenage captive's dead body. It was a very young person that he had killed with a hunting knife.
Yeah. This guy's Niedermeyer. That's who he is. He's it's
worse than that.
Yeah.
And the father of supermodels, Gigi and Bella Hadid, he's having troubles too.
What's the matter?
He's been ordered by a judge to demolish his half-built $100 million Bel Air mega mansion.
Wow.
Which has been dubbed the Starship Enterprise.
Look at it. Oh, that's...
Mohammed Hadid has been involved in a long legal battle over the palatial 30,000 square foot residence.
Nobody needs
after
that.
Neighbors complained about its size. A judge in Los Angeles Superior Court decided it was a clear and present danger to other properties in the area. The ruling came after a structural engineer said supporting piles were not driven far enough into the ground underneath the hillside property. The judge said if this house came down the hill, it would take a portion of the neighborhood with it. Following the rule, Mr. Hadid told TMZ the house has not moved a millimeter. It has never been an imminent danger to the neighbors. He also said many city inspectors had monitored the construction process since it began in 2012, and concerns were not raised until years later. A court here heard that demolition would take 6 months and cost several $1 million. But the court said, we don't care, tear it down. This is a house in Bel Air. It is... It has an IMAX cinema in it.
Wow.
Nobody needs that.
Several neighbors sued Mr. Hadid, claiming they lived in constant fear of the hillside collapsing and that their privacy and serenity was invaded by the illegal and unsightly structure looming above them. Hadid said he was the victim of a witch hunt.
Witch hunt, fake news.
And the neighbors say that's nonsense.
It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right. Let's get it on, shall we? We're going to get it on. Boner candidate number 1. While I was hoping that it would be LeBron James farting at somebody,
But
no, it wasn't. It is buy some insurance or you're out. BYU, Idaho, in Rexburg, small little town up there. Inexpensive school to go to, relatively. A lot of students. So it's a requirement that you have insurance to go to school, and that's not uncommon, I guess, for a lot of universities require you to have insurance. But they've always accepted students who are on Medicaid insurance. Yeah. They said no more Medicaid, no more. And this is causing a lot of hardship for students. So why do they do this? Well, the first thing they said was, well, with this Medicaid expansion coming to Idaho, if we do it, it's going to overwhelm the providers.
No.
And the doctors in the area said, no, there are plenty of doctors. We will not be overwhelmed.
Hey, we're just looking out for you.
Now, the BYU Idaho said, you have to buy insurance. You can get insurance through us. It's more more expensive than Medicaid because, Medicaid is essentially free. But you have to buy BYU insurance. That's insurance that's owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
All that tax-free fun, huh?
So maybe that has something to do with it.
Yep.
So that's number 1, buy some insurance or you're out. Going against, when you got a gun, you just want to shoot it. A 10-year-old boy hit by a stray bullet from target shooters in San Pete County. They were shooting at stuffed targets,
not knowing what's behind them.
But it was towards a highway,
yeah.
And they hit a 10-year-old kid, and he was in a car, went through the window, and went into his shoulder. That's boner candidate number 2.
All right, there you go. You've got to decide of these 2 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that number, that single digit, in the message of a text. And then text that to 33986. Single digit only, that's how the computer counts it. Okay? 877-602-9696 is the phone number if you want to talk to Katie and tell her who you think should win. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Fight, November 25, 2019, and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've got less than 300 seconds to do it. This is Boner of the Day. Everest Collision Repair.
Yeah, you get into an accident, that's where you want to go and get your car fixed up. They can make it look like new. Jamie Cox and the whole crew at all 3 Everest locations. Now, I always go to the one downtown.
State Street.
Yvette runs that shop now, and I like that.
I've taken cars there that have been in accidents, but I've also taken cars there that just needed a little fix-up, little dents, dings, scratches, just little tidying.
Do a great job. And Everest Collision Repair, if you take in some food for the food bank or something for the road home, Everest will pay up to $200 a year repair. Probably the best thing to do is download their app. You go to Everest or to the App Store or everestcollisionrepair.com.
They probably have a link on the website. Yeah.
You can download an app, so if you're in an accident, the app will tell you everything to do to make sure. And the insurance will let you take your car wherever you want to. So everestcollisionrepair.com is the website. You can find the exact address for their locations in Salt Lake, Sandy, and Tooele.
Start your work.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! We join our elders as they arrive on Vulcan. They hope to find a cure for Lehigh, who is suffering from Tonbar.
Ah, Vulcan, world of logic, place of pointy-eared people. Here I will seek out my mate and find man who killed parents. Settle down and and raise pointy-eared offspring.
Knock it off, Lehigh. You aren't a Vulcan. I was hoping you only had the 24-hour type of Ponfar. Dang it. Oh, here comes somebody. Excuse me, sir?
Greetings. You are new to Vulcan? Hi. I'm Elder Spock, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
Spock? He is a legend on Vulcan. You mock us by using his name.
Oh, we mean no disrespect. Lehigh here is Spock. I mean, they mind melded and something went wrong. Elder Spock here is suffering from Ponfar.
Ponfar? This is almost illogical. We must meet with T'Pau. She will know how to proceed.
This is Spock? He does not look like Spock. Fascinating. So the great son of Vulcan has sent you as his replacement? Joining will go on as scheduled.
Joining? What joining?
My parents chose my mate when I was 7. We were telepathically linked, and now is the time for us to be wed.
Spock was joined with this woman. You haven't even gone to Snellgroves with her. You can't marry her. Talk about breaking the rules.
We are all gathered. We shall proceed. We are here to complete the joining of Spock and T'Pring. Unless there is anyone here who objects, the ceremony will commence.
Excuse me, T'Pau, ma'am, I have a problem with this.
Only Vulcans are allowed to protest. One more word out of you and I will have you removed from this holy place. Now, shall we begin?
I protest.
T'Pring, no. Why?
I have chosen another to be my mate. I choose Elder Jensen.
But I was to be the one you chose.
A challenge has been made. T'Pring has chosen her companion and is her right. Let the combat to the death begin.
Combat? To the death? Oh, come on, Lehigh Spock. You know I can take you in a fair fight. Be logical. Give up now before I have to hurt you. Hey, you cut my Mr. Max suit. Why, they ought to teach this at the MTC.
Oh. We have our victor. Elder Spock shall wed T'Pring.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I don't think I can go through with this. You see, I just killed my companion, and we're way out of our sector. My zone leader won't be happy at all. I really should be going.
And I will be free to take Ston as my husband.
Is this the end of Butch? Will Zone Leader Hansen really be upset at Lehigh for killing his companion? Will Spock show any emotion when he finds out that his fiancée has married another? Tune into our next episode to hear Butch say...
Hey, man, be careful. Do you have to drag my body all over every rock?
Butch, you're alive!
Shh, keep it down. I faked my death so I wouldn't have to kill you. I'm glad to see you're back to being your old self.
I didn't kill you. I didn't. I don't remember much of anything about the past week,
Look, just drag me back to my hyperbike and I'll tell you all about it.
Well, we left the quadrant. What's Zone Leader Hansen gonna say?
Well, maybe we just won't tell him.
Well, that would be the logical thing to do.
Huh?
On the next finger-crossing episode of Space Elder!
Boner of the day.
And Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by hamburgers and tater tots.
And when you buy a car at Larry H. Miller Super Ford, they get you in and out quickly. Super Ford, super fast, catchy, right? You know what else is catchy? 2 hours or $200.
You know, I make the smash burgers now all the time. Really smash them down flat on a griddle so that they char, and then I put American cheese on them, toasted brioche buns. So we had Boner candidate number 1, Buy some insurance or you're out. BYU, Idaho, telling students who use Medicaid for their insurance that they may no longer attend the university with Medicaid. They'll have to get some other insurance. There is some for sale by the college. It's BYU owned. It's LDS Church owned insurance. That was number one. Going against number two, when you got your gun, you just want to shoot it. So we go target shooting toward a highway.
No.
10-year-old kid shot in the arm, shot in the shoulder. And the winner by just 8 votes, boner candidate number 2, when you got your gun, you just want to shoot it.
There you go. That's the boner of the day for November 25th, 2019.
So the American Music Awards were...
The AMAs.
Yes. Were
the
last
AMAs,
night.
as we call them.
And Lizzo didn't win anything.
Really?
No.
That's a crime.
She was up for many things.
Taylor Swift won everything again.
Yeah. Taylor Swift won everything.
That's a crime because that new record of hers is so good. She is amazing.
But she was nominated for a bunch. Billie Eilish won a bunch of stuff, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But so they always do the red carpet before.
Well, that's the only part you watch, isn't it?
Well, sure, yeah. To see what everybody's wearing.
Yeah.
And Lizzo looked amazing, by the way. And I think Miriam is hurrying to show us this picture.
You got a picture of the purse, Miriam? There we go.
So Lizzo, it was all anyone could talk about was Lizzo's tiny purse.
Is that what she's holding in her left hand?
Yeah, between her fingers.
What?
It couldn't be more than...
Well, all she needed was some aspirin.
I
mean, it's tiny. It's like a Barbie toy.
So of course, I scoured the internet because I want to know
why
what she could possibly. It's like not even big enough for a lipstick, really. It's
could put a couple of aspirin tablets in there,
but
could be filled with cocaine.
No,
you don't know.
It's tiny. But I finally found an article that said
the reason.
What's in Lizzo's purse?
She's a huge Polly Pocket fan, and that was her Polly Pocket toy that she's had ever since she was little.
No.
She said, and I can't quote her directly.
Well, of course.
Why?
She's a potty mouth.
Because
but she's an American.
She said, "This is the perfect size purse for the number of hugs I give."
Oh,
what you think about my purse? For the number of hugs I give about anything?
Which I have to applaud.
Well, Gina, you should do more than applaud. You should start carrying a tiny purse.
A tiny purse.
Just so you can say to people, when they say, "Why is your purse so tiny?" say, "It's the size."
It's the number. It's just right for the number of hugs I give.
Yeah. It gives you the opportunity to swear at people.
I love Lizzo. I think she's great.
She is great.
But didn't win anything.
Yeah, she's not that great then.
Artist of the Year, Taylor Swift. New Artist of the Year, Billie Eilish. Collaboration of the Year, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Not Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil Nas.
They won Best Rap Song.
Okay.
Were they up for Best Country Song? That would be...
They were up for Best, whatever the last one you just read was, I think.
Up for?
Duo.
They were up for Favorite Song. They were up for Favorite Duo. They weren't up for Favorite Country Song, though. They won Favorite Rap Hip Hop Song. But yeah, no, maybe Lizzo will get a Grammy. Who knows?
Oh, I hope so.
Favorite Alternative Rock? That's us.
Okay.
Billie Eilish won.
Billie Eilish won. Okay.
Who was Best Artist, New Artist, Best New Artist?
Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billie Eilish.
And Lizzo was up for that one, too. That was a hard category because there was Lil Nas.
Yeah, they were all good.
And Lizzo and Billie Eilish. Is this her performance?
This is her performance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is her.
Well, apparently she does give some hugs. She couldn't do this if she...
Don't cry, no. You know, we had her here for not for a Lounge X because it was for another station. I'm not sure what they call it, but it reminds me I need to pay better attention to those because I remember hearing in the building, "Oh, Lizzo's here." Now this was months and months and months ago, and I went.
Well, at the time, you didn't really know who she
No,
was.
that's what my point is. We should pay closer attention to when we have those events because oftentimes, if it's somebody you've never heard of, wait a few months but like if I told you now, oh yeah, Lizzo's downstairs, you'd be like, what?
No way.
No way.
Gina, I
For
think
free?
I think you're right. You should pay more attention to that, and then tell us.
Oh, we should
Because
all
I don't want to.
Because you have a purse that.
Yeah.
And that's as much as you care about.
I have one of those purses.
All right. Okay, we'll take a break. We will be back. 3, 2, 1. BigOTires.com.
It is the team you trust. I just bought a set of brand new Big O tires from the store on 2nd East and South Temple.
I have become a huge fan of winter tires. You don't call them snow tires
Winter
anymore.
tires?
Winter tires.
Well, I got some winter tires at Big O.
Cold weather tires because they're made of different material. They react differently to the road, and I feel more confident driving.
And right now you can get winter tires at Big O Tires starting at just $49.99. Also get $120 off Big O brand tires with your Big O City card. Big O, they have 42 locally owned and operated Utah locations with new stores in Beaver and Santaquin. So if you're down that way. And that's a nice thing about Big O Tires. If you are anywhere near a Big O Tire, not only in Utah, but other places, and you have trouble with the tires you bought there, they'll take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
BigOTires.com is the place you want to go for a store near you.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of two such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their bishop and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders. We begin our drama at the Space Bus Depot in Provo as our fine young missionaries-to-be, Lehigh Christiansen and LaRon Butch Jinson, arrive in Happy Valley and await transportation to the MTC.
Hi, I'm Lehigh Christiansen. Isn't this exciting?
Oh, is this your first time in a space bus depot?
No, I mean getting your mission call.
Well, it was either this or a stint in the Space Marines. This way I'm out in 2 years and my parents are still happy.
I've been waiting for this day since I was 8. I've been putting galactic credits into my missionary fund for the past 11 years. I can't wait to get into the field and start finding people to convert.
Wow, you sure are in the right place. Well, my folks promised me a new land speeder if I found some way to avoid getting sent home early.
Oh, looky, there's a droid over there holding a sign with my name on it.
Must be our escort to the MTC.
I am Decon 1. If you will follow me, I will show you to the MTC and get you settled into your quarters there.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Later, we find our strapping young lads in the midst of their indoctrination. Butch has just been told that he will have Lehigh as his companion for the next 2 years.
Hey, wait a minute. 2 years with this guy?
You don't seem overly enthusiastic about the prospect of spending 2 years with me.
I'm not.
Well, I think it's a keen idea.
If you two are through, I would like to commence with your indoctrination. Here at the MTC, you will be given memory-enhancing implants. At the same time, a universal translating device will be placed inside your skull. You'll be outfitted with the latest in missionary technology, a laptop computer which contains the Bible, Book of Mormon, Pearl of Great Price, and the Doctrine and Covenants. It also serves as a holo projector to allow you to show your prospective converts those wonderful animated tales from the Book of Mormon, which have been loved by millions for centuries. You will also be issued a Mark 32 10-speed bicycle with hyperdrive and one of those cute luggage racks on the back. These bikes are capable of warp 9.3 and have a cruising radius of over 270 parsecs. You will be shown how to properly care for your hyperbike, and you will be responsible for its upkeep. Any questions?
Yeah. Implants? Like inside my head?
Yes.
Keen, when do we start?
Will Butch let the fine folks at the MTC put equipment in his head? Will Lehigh volunteer to do it for them if it'll get him into the field faster? Does the Mark 32 Hyperbike come with a luggage rack standard, or is it a dealer add-on? Tune in next time for the answers to these questions and to hear our elders say...
What you doing, Butch?
Reprogramming my name badge so that instead of Elder LaRon Jensen, it reads Butch.
I think the manual prohibits tampering with the MTC issue equipment.
I'm sure it does. Hey, you want to help me put some fender flares on my bike?
On our next kidney-wrenching episode of Space Elders.
All right, 9:52.
Oh, so
you all right?
Yeah, well, I'm glad. So it's a 3-day work week, so I'm not really trying very hard. I'm just kind of coasting.
Well,
there are lots of people on vacation already.
Yeah, we got to try hard for Wednesday though.
Yeah, it's the food drive.
Wednesday's our food drive.
The Utah Food Bank. This is a big day and a big deal. It's where we want you to bring us stuff to Dave & Buster's at the Gateway. I'm excited to do it because I haven't been there yet, actually. So I'm excited to see the place.
Now we'll be Dave & Buster's is upstairs, and we'll be upstairs in Dave & Buster's. But if you're on your way to work and you just want to drop off some food and you don't have time to come up and say hi, we're going to have people taking food from you just down on the street. You can just drive up.
It's the guys from Sarge's
Guard Unit.
Guard
Unit.
Guard Unit.
I nearly said platoon before I know that's wrong.
Yeah, and if you want to bring a frozen turkey or a ham, we have a refrigerated truck there. But bring canned goods.
Peanut butter, canned meats, boxed meals, cereal. Now, we say this is like a Thanksgiving food drive, but really they're trying to shore up their reserves for all year long. So don't just think in terms of Thanksgiving dinner
You
stuff.
can if you want.
You can, but they need everything. They need tuna. They need peanut butter,
Those
pasta.
boxes of mac and cheese, all of that stuff.
And if you can't make it down to see us, hey, we'll miss you, but you can donate money online.
If you go to x96.com, there's a rotating banner that says food drive. You click on that. There's a giant red button that says donate now, and you can click on that and do it right on your computer.
I think, though, if you want to come upstairs and see us, we'll have all kinds of stuff for you. We'll have prizes and all. And you get to hang out. Come and hang out. We'll talk to you on the radio maybe, or if you can just watch the show, whatever you want to do. So it's at Dave & Buster's this Wednesday. We'll be there starting the show at 6. We'll go 6 to 10, and then we'll continue.
The station will be there all day.
Continue throughout the day with Todd and Corey.
But this whole drive-up thing, that's perfect. You just pull down that street and let the guys in uniforms get your food and take it upstairs, and you're on your way.
So apparently we're getting snow in lots of places, but not here in downtown Salt Lake.
Mount Doom has been hit officially moments ago.
Hard or just?
Not specified, just snowing.
It's
Draper is getting it. It's closing in.
I'm looking at the radar.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a big chunk, and it's headed our way.
Why isn't it here? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. It's just.
I brought my umbrella in. From the car. I have an umbrella with me.
Oh.
Ella.
Huh? Nothing. An umbrella.
Ella.
Huh? Huh?
That's okay.
I don't. What is that?
It's too stupid to bother to say.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did
it. It's what happens in my head whenever I hear the word
umbrella. Ella. Well, tell me what it is now.
It's a Rihanna song.
Oh.
It's an old
Rihanna song. Umbrella. Ella. Okay. All right. I still haven't been able to get the Rocky Horror Show soundtrack out of my head.
And you're long done with that.
Well, it's been a week, and I still, when I wake up, it's still there.
I think it's directly related to your mustache still being on your face.
That could be.
Somehow the mustache has retained the memory.
Have you just decided, because for Movember, you're just going to keep it till...
Well, I'm letting it really is a magnificent mustache.
It's very full.
It's very bushy, and now this is started, the goatee part on my chin is starting to grow back in. So I don't think the mustache looks so bad.
So you're just going to leave it.
I'm going to try to let this catch up. Well, it won't always catch up, but when it gets to a certain point, then I'll trim it all down to equal size.
And will you do the full beard or just goatee?
Just goatee. I haven't done a full beard.
You look good in a. You know I like you in a full beard. Not that you care what I think at all.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't you grow a full beard for the deer hunt or the elk hunt? Or is it the bow hunt? Which one was it?
I think it's the. No, never mind. I was going to say something inappropriate there.
The fox hunt?
Yeah. So I don't know. When did I last grow a full beard?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
I've told you I like you in a full beard.
Maybe I'll try it and then I'll shave it off if it's too much.
It's whatever your wife likes, really.
Yeah, that's the determinant.
Yeah, and I think she does. I'm pretty sure she does. Of course, I kept the mustache even though she hated it.
She hated them.
Yeah. I said, well, I have to do it for the play.
It's for the play.
So I'm doing it for the play, and I also it kind of amuses me that you don't like it. So I could have shaved it off, but I like it now.
Really?
Yeah.
You're getting into it.
Yeah. Cause I've had a lot of people Clint from Copper Onion.
Yes.
Who's worked with Ryan Lauder forever. Clint, who's I don't know what he does. He's the maitre d'. He's the whatever. The host. He does a lot of things for Copper Onion and The Daily, and he has a magnificent black mustache. He's ever since I've known him, he's worn a mustache, and he looks good in it. And when he saw me the other day, he went, "Hey," and
You're part of the club.
Yeah, I said, "No, it looks kind of stupid, doesn't it?" He said, "No, that's a good mustache."
One of us.
Yeah, it really
accept
is.
You. One of us.
I think there are people who men who grow mustaches, standalone mustaches, because they know it's not fashionable, and they do it on purpose to be, contrarian. So.
Yes.
Daddy Tom says snowing and sandy.
Speaking of mustaches.
He's got a goatee now.
Oh, he's got the goatee now.
But he always had just a standalone
that was his thing.
mustache.
Standalone mustache was his thing.
I was talking to a friend of mine who said that his father was a dentist and was Tom's dentist back in the day or something. Anyway, all right.
Could have been.
Wouldn't that be a good band name? Standalone Mustache?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's do the promo and get out of here.
It may be a short week, but we still have Tuesday's Radio from Hell show to do.
At 7:45, we're bringing back the X poll, since we haven't done one in a while.
And because it's Thanksgiving this week, we'll make it Thanksgiving themed.
So make sure you're ready for that. And at 9 a.m., Todd will be here, but this time with a special musical Tuesday Tunes with Todd guest.
But of course, there will be more for Tuesday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
It's Festus.
Are we doing the Utah word of the day? I guess let's not do one this week.
You don't want to do one this week?
Yeah.
I was going to suggest up to.
Yeah, I wrote that down, but let's not do one this week because it's a short week.
That's fine.
Okay.
We good? I think we're good.
That'll make a lot of people happy that we're not doing the Utah word of the day.
Listen, you should donate to the food bank. If you hate Utah word of the day, donate money for the food bank in the amount of hate that you have for the Utah word. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Parfait nerd.
Corey is next.